Hello everybody. Today we are back with more Meakashi. And I took way too long to set up. Yeah, we're going to play some more Meakashi today. I'm going to be really excited for it. Oh god, yesterday was so interesting. So I actually decided for my stream title I'm not actually going to change it just because like what applies to what I thought I was going to be playing yesterday sort of definitely applies to what I thought was going to happen yesterday definitely applies to today. So yeah, I'm probably going to just keep that the same. And yeah, today's going to be very interesting. I really am going to be just intrigued to see like what happens with Sion's development as well, because yeah, you know, you've been seeing how much she's been changing recently. I mean, I get like the whole rage emotions. They're really piling up on her. It's just going to be really interesting to see how these develop, because in Watanagashi we sort of see like the whole effects and what happens because of her, but we don't actually see like the inner workings of her mind. And I think I'm the most interested for that at the moment. And so it's going to be really cool just seeing what's actually going to happen. So yeah, I'm going to be very excited for this. I also wonder what's going to happen when we get to school today. I'm so excited to play. Let's just get into this right away. Okay, yep. God, it's 9th of June already. That's insane. Right, yeah. What? Mi-chan, you didn't get much sleep either, did you? Did you? Why is lip sync off? Weird. Yeah. I went to bed at like 3? Jesus, even worse than me. I'm a little tired. 3? Hey now, you can't keep staying up late. You probably read the first volume of a manga, thought it was interesting, then read the entire series, didn't you? I swear this line was in Watanagashi or somewhere, some other thing, but that's really funny though, because I remember I did that with an anime once. I like the first episode, so I watched the entire 13. I understand, I've done that before. Who hasn't? What? Wait, is this about the mayor? He still hasn't been found? What? Oh! I thought. Then I was saying like the whole not getting enough sleep was about the mayor. Nah, that's probably why she potentially could have got next to no sleep. Who knows? Nope. I went to the Higurashi shrine to join the youth group in their search for the mayor. Says I knew there was no way he would be found. It was really boring for me. Well, just enduring sleepiness wasn't that bad. Not if you consider what Kimiyoshi had to go through since last night. Oh god, yeah, he had been hanging from the ceiling. I couldn't even fall asleep or sit down since he had to stay on tiptoes the whole time. I do wonder if Kimiyoshi's still alive. I fucking hope he is. Because, oh god, that was so awful, that. He doesn't deserve to be anything but alive, if you ask me. Oh. School. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh right. So she's concerned for the mayor. I thought she was mad at them, judging by her face. The teacher to explain us that her mayor had gone missing and asked us if we knew anything. I probably said some things, but they were irrelevant. Oh. To me, this issue meant nothing, but it was all my classmates were talking about. Yeah. I wonder why. I observed Maya Watanagashi. I had no idea if any type of danger was drawing closer to him. Maybe I'll call him again tonight, pretending to be Shion. Yeah. That's interesting that she says pretending. I mean, she literally is Shion. But I mean, I suppose she's pretending to be Mion so much that she's sort of forgotten about the fact that she is not Mion. I told him some outrageous stuff last night, so he panicked. Yeah, but I was sure he calmed down after a day. At that time, I heard a little girl's laughter. Oh, it's Hidorika, the last survivor of the Hidode family and their current head. However, she wasn't really treated as one. Yeah. During the family council, she'd often draw pictures of taping up in the hag's bed. I don't blame her. She wasn't even invited to last night's meeting. That's actually true. But, like, can't you blame her? She's literally like 10. It was hard to believe such a little girl was responsible for part of the curse system. However, even though she wasn't in a respected position as head of the Hidode family, there were plenty of old people who worshipped her as the reincarnation of Oyasuno-sama. Oh, that could actually be interesting. I wonder if Rika could potentially have some sort of insight into solving this mystery. I heard from somebody that Hooded Edika was rather odd and seemed to behave as if she knew she was that reincarnation. Maybe Dagono-san had told me at the library when she was still alive. Ah, could be. When Hooded Edika became worried about something, the elderly people who worshipped her would make arrangements. It's very similar to the Sonozaki family, and there's also the same system used as the curse. Yeah, I suppose. I wonder, does Hooded Edika know anything about the deaths of Takano-san and Tomitake-san? What does she think of people sneaking into the ritual storehouse? Does she know who snuck in and what happened to those people? Yeah, I mean... No, I don't know, I remember in Watanagashi she knew, so... I wonder if that could have potentially been because Sion told her. As the one managing the storehouse, it was possible that she noticed the intruders first. Yeah, in fact, she was the only one who could have noticed it. She must have passed that information, which was why the curse was executed. Yeah. I suppose, but the thing is, like, she's just missing a fatal point. Like, would Dika really do that? Would she really betray her friends like that? That foolish Casey turned the light on when we went into the ritual storehouse. Oh, yeah, maybe. That light switch could have been connected to some kind of alarm. That wouldn't be surprising. I mean, I thought in the thing... No, it's probably like Casey tried to turn on the light and then Takano-san turned it off and then she actually gave a lantern, which she used. Because I do not remember there being a light in like anything. So it probably could have been that. Hoodede... the leader of the Hoodede family. Maybe getting to know her would be a good idea. As the leader of the Hooded family, how much do you know about the incident? God, she really isn't like... She's just going straight in there. I mean, she's going straight into the deep end. It's not like, how are you? How's your day going? God. Wow. I mean, I'm going to be real about the whole Sion and Dika thing. I mean, it's definitely because, like, Dika would have known Mion before, and so this probably would have just been, in her view, like a friendly discussion. But, yeah, I have a feeling it's Sion. And it's about the dam incident, so... Yeah, I reckon this is going to escalate pretty downhill. I asked her rather directly. Yeah, I know. Like, God. It was hard to tell if she understood what I was asking for, it was hard to tell if she understood what I was asking her in place of the Sonozaki family head. Instead of as Mion Sonozaki. Yeah, I suppose. Are you talking about Tomitake and Takano-san? Are you talking... Rika answered. The news hadn't been made public yet, and yet she knew about it. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how she could have known about it. No, I mean, she's so interconnected. I mean, there would have been... There's no way somebody wouldn't have told her. Although she looked immature, so perhaps she was truly the head of the Hooded family. That's the curse of Oyashiro-san. Oh, I already know that. ... But it's not over yet, is it? There should still be two more. Have you heard about what will happen to them? I tried to be vague to see how Hooded Edika would react. I have been thinking that she had nothing to do with the underside of Hinami's eye since she was always treated like a child. However, Edika just said things about the incident with normal people she didn't know anything about. Yeah, I know, that is actually very interesting, but I don't know. I mean, the only really thing I could have suspected for this maybe not to be the case is like her actually coincidentally seeing Takano-san or Tomitake-san. But the only thing is, Tomitake-san, like, she wasn't actually in the search party, so she would have had to be doing it secretly, which I think it would be kind of difficult because, especially if you were being secretive at that time, you could get, like, you know, the police to sort of assume the wrong things, so you wouldn't want to do it. But maybe she could have, like, accidentally seen Takano-san's explorations, maybe. Because you could potentially be exploring... she could have potentially explored where Takano-san was killed and just coincidentally seen her, maybe? I don't know. There is no way she could know about this, basically, without, like, you know, without having told family. Without having family that told her. That proves she belonged to the Undersides network. Yeah.
別に
I don't think that matters
どう
anymore.
でもいいと思いますですよ。
Oh. Interesting. She answered the question about Tomitaka-san and Takano-san fairly quickly, but took a little longer to answer this time. Yeah, does she have to think about it? Shit, the look on her face never changes. Yeah, it's impossible to figure out what she's thinking. Yeah, I kind of get what she means. What do you mean? How can they get away with what they've done?
僕は
I think if they feel bad about what they've done, that should be fine.
それでいいと思いますです。
Yeah, I mean, it's actually very interesting that everybody said stuff about this, but I have a feeling this rule, especially if the Sonozaki theory is correct, it's complete baloney. I mean, let's say, like, Audio orders, she sort of indirectly carries out an order to murder somebody who has been sneaking into the ritual storehouse, and yet they feel sorry. Does that mean that those orders should just be completely stopped without any of the people that would follow the order knowing? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Genuinely doesn't. I mean, it's very interesting with Shion as well. She's really acting as if she's sort of on the... Well, as if she was Mion, really. As if she was the family head, really. Her response was unexpected, especially after seeing all the old people get so furious last night. To trespass in the ritual storehouse was a blasphemy against Oyasura-sama. The village elders have said that those intruders deserve to die. Yet the leader of the Holiday family, who protected the sacred storehouse with ritual influence, said that if they felt remorse for it, then it was fine. Could be very interesting. Especially if that was, like, the genuine reason. Because, I mean, if she is the person that sort of protects it, then maybe she has the biggest say. Who knows? Oh, hello, Ro. Welcome. Oh yeah, this stream is going to be longer. Hell yeah, man. I'm going to be real, if it wasn't longer, I'd probably already be tired. But no, I'm not tired at all. If anything, I'm quite the opposite of it. So that's really good. I recall how people thought of Hooded Edika's father during the dam conflict. Yes, our father was called an opportunist back then. He didn't agree with the Watanagashi guardians, who had resisted violently during the conflict. Oh, yeah. Like father, like daughter. Interesting. I aggressively got... What the fuck? Why? I aggressively got Edika by the collar. Well, I mean, before we read this, which is probably going to, like, you know, really just fuck things up for Sion, it is very interesting how this works, but... You could sort of argue that this is just because, like, Rika doesn't really understand it because she's maybe in, like, the whole childish mindset and obviously doesn't think murder is sort of good, which is good. Like, everyone has to think that, but not any Namizawa because this place is fucking weird. But, yeah, it's interesting that. Huh? What the heck are you talking about? You're pretty stupid, just like predecessor, aren't you? My god. That is fucking cold. Jesus. The Hudide family must understand better than anyone how sacred the ritual storehouse is. How could the head of that family say such a thing? I laughed at myself. I was told the same thing by somebody else and was now saying it to Rika. Oh. I wonder who actually told that to her. Don't you know how serious a crime trespassing in the ritual storehouse is? No. God, it's really interesting how she's sort of acting to sort of provoke her. It's a very important place for Oyasura-sama. So nobody can go in without permission. Yeah, so you know that. But those 4 people brought their filth from there. What bad kitty cats? Not really the analogy I'd use. That's right, bad cat. Bro, this person is getting literally, like, kind of interrogated, and that's what she chooses to use. 2 cats have been caught and punished. There are 2 more. And this is actually very interesting, because you remember when Geichi's sort of really scared and talks to Rika. That is the analogy she uses. So I wonder if she actually stole that from Sion. And that's also even more interesting, because we see the whole information being relayed to Rika, that was told by somebody else, and then Rika is relaying the sort of, I don't know, cat act that was also told by somebody else. I don't know if that was a coincidence or not, but that's just a really interesting sort of similarity there. Meow. True. How do you think they should be punished? Tell me your opinion as the head of the Hudide family. Oh. Rika really didn't usually wear any expression whatsoever, so making it impossible to tell what she was really thinking. Oh. But while I grabbed her by the collar and stared at her, I could tell somehow. Rika was a little disturbed. I sensed she was trying to see what I was thinking in turn. Oh. Interesting. Oh. I want to forgive those two. Why should they get away with what they've done? What are you trying to say? That's a good question, so let me explain. Those two must have a compensation for what they've done. Oh god. They have to clear away their sins, otherwise Oyasura-sama won't stop being angry. She has a good comment on that. She has a lot of right. Oh my god. Every crime must be punished appropriately. Do you understand? Oyasura-sama doesn't get angry even if someone enters the storehouse? What? Wait, hang on, this is just really surprising. Oh my god, so it's actually very interesting, this. I mean, god. Huh? What are you saying here? The reason why nobody is allowed to see the ritual storehouse is because there are too many scary tools in there. I'm sure people would get scared if they saw them. That's why we don't let people in there. I'm sure those intruders were scared too, and I'm sure they feel bad about what they've done. Yeah, they're forgiven once they feel bad about what they've done. Interesting. I mean, it is actually very interesting that, like, the whole scary tool related thing is sort of a thing that's been brought up, because especially with the scary tools, I mean, you would have thought, especially businessmen as smart as the Sonozaki family, they would have used these scary tools, and they would have used them to, let's say, for example, open the place up into a museum. But god, I suppose the tools are really scary, so yeah, and they're sacred, of course. It's not for you to decide. That's what Oyasura-sama decides. She literally is Oyasura-sama. Kind of. I'm the tribe member of Oyasura-sama, don't you know? Yeah. Of course I do. You aren't telling me that Oyasura-sama told you he isn't angry, are you? Rika nodded yes without hesitation. God. Wow. I can't believe the lie she's coming up with. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm shocked. Huh. That's why your parents started the curse 2 years ago. What the fuck? Oyasura-sama was angry because they didn't deserve to serve him. Oh, yeah. Oh. That's why he cursed your father. Oyasura-sama would never do that? This is weird. I mean, I suppose Sion's theory is very valid, but at the same time, I have a feeling what she's saying is probably more reliable. Jesus Christ, bro. I thought you had 16k. My god, you really have been watching a lot. I would say what you're going to spend your coins on, but like the only thing you can really spend your coins on is just wasting your points at this point. At this point, I hate that. Yeah. Yeah, I can't really be bothered to do the whole channel point related thing, so I'm so sorry. You're not gonna have anything to do, really. Oh yeah, you can probably modify your remotes with the whole stuff you have. You can make a lot of modifications, actually. I'm sure Twitch have added a lot since I last used it. But I don't know. My father didn't die because of the curse of Oyasura-sama. What? Wait, hang on. Wait, so... Huh? Wow, am I really talking to the last shrine maiden of the Hudide family? And is she really talking to Mion Sonozaki? Sonozaki. It's a good question there. Obviously, Oyasura-sama can't be at peace. You were supposed to watch it. How pathetic. God.
ミーが何
I
を
don't know
怒
why
って
he's
いる
so
の
angry
か
with me. Yeah, I know.
僕にはよくわからないのですよ。
I realised she was in a position to know as much as the other two family heads. As proof, she talked about this year's incident even as though it was nothing. No, she did not. She was just talking about something. No, I don't know. She didn't really. I don't agree. She didn't. Yet she could feign ignorance with a serious face. She sure is something. She's even better than me. Oh my god. Slapped her a few times and pushed her to the floor. Rika, having tumbled downwards, looked up to me with tears in her eyes. As well as because you wanted to change the storehouse's lock to something that was easier for you, right? God, even if this was Meal, this would just be so awful. I mean, my god, I think this is even worse. Because it's not Meal at the same time. And then, if Meal actually ever got out from the sort of dungeon. Yeah, you still have to answer to this, god. Sion really doesn't have any mercy. She just... I just can't believe people like this are this violent, really.
そうですよ。
That's true.
硬くて
The old one
僕
was
で
too
は
heavy, so
大
I
変だ
taught
っ
the
たの
Kimyoshi
で
and he changed it to a cheaper, lighter one.
あんたが
If
そ
you
の
left
程
the
度
heavy
の
lock
手間を
on,
惜
maybe
し
that
ま
would
ず
have prevented them
頑
from
丈な施
trespassing.
錠をそのまま残していたなら
Oh my god,
再具
how
伝
is
や
it
侵入
her
を許さなかっ
fault?
たかもしれない
How is that her fault? Like,
今回の
this is
そ
your
れを
fault too,
忘
don't
れ
you
ない方がい
forget
い
that. Yeah, I get that it's her fault, but is it her fault that people wanted, the people were curious?
もち
Yeah,
ろん
of course, the
あ
Kimiyoshi
んたと
family
一緒に鍵を付け
who
替えた
actually
君
changed the
吉
lock
家
is
当主
responsible
に
for
も
this
責
too.
任があるんだけどね
I suppose. Oh god, and you just realised what happened to the Kimiyoshi mayor, the leader of the family, really. And then you realise what happened to him. God, last part was something I decided to add on a whim. I suppose just to add weight to your argument. I added it to connect Rika's story to the disappearance of Kimiyoshi. Oh. Interesting. I wanted to pressure her psychologically by doing so. God, I really just hate that Sion, at the moment, she's just really sort of forgetting that these people are human beings as well.
君吉家
The
当
head of the
主は
Kimiyoshi family had to pay for
け
this
じめをつけても
crime.
らうだから消え
That's
た
why he disappeared. Oh, God. Yeah, I suppose, I mean, it is really interesting that, I have a feeling this could really blow her cover, though.
古出家
The
当
head
主
of the
にも
Hudade family has to
けじめをつ
pay
けて
for
も
her
らう
crime
ことにな
too,
る
you know? Rika was still on the floor, tears pouring down her
あ
cheeks.
と残ってるのは前
Mayabara
原
Casey is the
家こい
last
つは
one left.
古
I
出家
suppose
の
the
方に
Hudade
頼む
family
こ
would
とで
take
す
care of him. Oh, God.
僕は
I
何もわかんないのですよ。
別にあんたは
You
分
don't
か
need
ん
to
な
know
くてもいい
anything,
で
do
しょ
you?
憂慮したり
You just have to
困
look
った
worried.
顔を
That's
する
all
だ
it
けでいいんだ
takes.
それはうちも同
That's
じ
how it is at our house
とにか
too. Anyway, good
頼んどくよ
luck. God. So, I don't know. If you were sort of looking at an Oyasura on my point of view here, you could just say like Rika has been cursed for I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, I think this is just the most horrible thing. She's sort of really trying to victimize Rika for just being in a position where she can probably know stuff about the incident. But I mean, we obviously don't know if Rika is actually hiding anything. But I really don't think it is. I didn't think it's just so awful that Sion's actually doing this. I mean, my god, this is like a fucking young kid as well. You can't forget that. God, that makes it even worse. Oh, nice one. Yeah. Oh, that's really good to hear that you figured that out. Nice. What are you gonna do with it?
そんな
I don't... Rika hung her head. She seemed to want to say something, but she was afraid that I might be rough with her again. Oh, God. I thought that Hudade was actually at the top of the curse system like the hag was. However, as one of the three family heads, she was a lot closer to the other side of Hinamizawa than I was. Yeah, that doesn't mean you need to fucking treat her like this. God. By now, that underside was well aware of Mahabara Keiichi. I told the elderly lizards of the village yesterday in the meeting that Geichi Mahabara was the last one remaining. Oh my god, why? Why? I just told the head of the Hidide family the same thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. If threateningly, and whether it was effective, the Kazuo Yasuda must very soon fall upon Mahabara Geichi. Oh, I wouldn't rely on it, mate. God. Well, I suppose that could maybe be a way to see if Rika's actually connected to it or not. I don't know. And at just the right time, I would grab my enemy right as he took my bait. Oh, interesting. If the assassin came from the Hidide family, this girl would have committed the same sin as the hag. Yeah, I suppose, but like, it's Rika. There is no way that somebody like that would do something like this. No way. When that time came, I wouldn't hold back. I was going to make sure she suffered and then kill her. That is just sad. Why? Genuinely, why? I mean, the thing is, I really hate that, like, this whole loving thing with Satoshi, it's really just derived into emotion so bad that she's not even thinking about it now. It's just, oh god. What sort of went from 1 murder goes to like 3, and then it'll go to 5, and then it'll probably go to 7 maybe. I don't know. I've heard of a torture technique where you pound dozens. Oh god. Yeah. Why pound dozens of nails into victim's fingers? I already found a restraining table and the tools for it. No, she doesn't do that to Rika, does she? When the time comes, I'll pound nails into your fingers. God, please don't. That gruesome anticipation radiated from my eyes and scared Rika even further. Oh god. Oh. Alright, school now. And we're at the Sonozaki house. Eek. I wonder how Gimiyoshi is doing. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. I hope... Oh god, I doubt he'd have been tiptoeing all night, but sometimes a human can go very easily. And I mean, keep in mind, his body has been getting... I mean, there is no way he's going to be able to sleep on the whole torture thing. So, yeah, I'm assuming his body getting little amounts of sleep, little amounts of energy, food, drink, everything. It could be very unlikely that maybe his body is too run down to actually continue working. Who knows? And he is older, to be fair. He already told me everything I wanted to hear, and he doesn't know anything else anyway. Yeah, on top of that, he was also responsible for spreading the infection that was the curse of Yasuda-sama. Oh god, I had so much hope that she was maybe going to free him, but yeah, I have a feeling just this alone sort of disproves that entirely. They're very heavy. Oh, right, that website you were talking about. Wow. God, that sounds really cool. That sounds really useful as well. I mean... yeah. When you say wiki data, what do you actually mean? Seems very heavy. Oh, God. I mean, I suppose like I suppose that they could be considered heavy, but the only thing is like, are they heavy enough to fucking kill him? No. God. I really liked Uncle Kimiyoshi. He always have been kind. Yeah, I know. Please have mercy, Shion. Please. They were so tough on our relatives, and that's why he was extra nice to me. Oh, interesting. When we talked yesterday, I was so happy to say that you would forgive Sion. Oh. Oh yeah, because I forgot she was probably pretending to be Mion then. He even said he would find that hack to save her. That made me very happy. Don't worry. If Sion-chan feels bad at what she has done, she won't be given away. Yeah, leave it to me. Oh my god, it's just really awful that, like, she said that to Mion, but at the same time, like, when Sion was talking to Rika just then, like, she was sort of using that against her. And talking about it as if it was so light, the subject. God. I think it's just probably, you know, really the rational thinking just going. I felt such warmth inside of me. I almost shivered. I was so happy yet so very sad. For he continued to say that Satosuke deserved to die. Oh, yeah. I know, it must be really tricky for her because she's sort of really in two minds about this person. He said those nice things because he wanted to make Mion happy since she was worried about Seal. Oh. You do wonder that it could potentially all be fake just because of that sentence then. Satosuke deserved to die because he was a member of the Curse Hojo family, but Sion-chan of the Sonozaki family did not. Yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah. In other words, the leaders of the village, including Kimiyoshi, members of the Hojo family, are more contemptible than insects. Yeah, I know, it's insane. It really is insane. I wonder how Rika views all of this. I mean, because she obviously is sort of friendly with all of them, so I wonder if she was like, if she was older, I wonder if she could have had a benefit and sort of a voice to say about how the bias is completely fucking horrible, really, and stupid. My god. Bro, that is genuinely insane. Fucking hell. How much secret information could you potentially find in Wikidata? I mean... yeah, you really probably could. I wouldn't be surprised. Only 3. Damn. Oh god, I hope it's not going to be something like probably just a complete cesspit of the internet just because of guidelines not being very strict. Because I could really imagine that. They didn't care if they lived or died. They didn't care if they lived or died. The sin was not only that they despised the Hojo family but also that they let that hatred infect the rest of the village. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, I actually agree with Sion here. This is really fucking low. Therefore, everyone in the village deserves to be a victim of the curse of Yasura-sama. Oh. God, Kimiyoshi and the others created an environment that excused murder in that name. Yeah? If that was so... oh no. If Takana-san or Dobitaka-san hadn't committed the serious crime of trespassing in the ritual storehouse, yeah, what would have happened to them? Then Satoko Hojo, the last survivor of the Hojo family, and Tepe Hojo, who's been hiding in Okinomiya, might have been the victims. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, that is actually a very interesting thing, and especially because of Oyasura-sama's curse-related things, and Tepe because he left the village. That could be sort of a sign in the Oyasura-sama sort of rule book of things that you cannot really do. So he could have maybe been cursed and had a justification. It's just very interesting that she's saying everybody in the village deserves to be a victim of the curse of Oyasura-sama. It's very interesting that, especially because it's just the opposite of, I mean, I don't know, it's just sort of the opposite of what would happen. Like, you believe all the village propaganda, so as a result you deserve to be killed by the person, well, by the being or person or god or entity or whatever that is believed to have controlled the village. God, if anything, it'd probably be the other way around because they believe in the higher ranks of because they believe all the higher ranks of the village believe. You would have thought they'd be left freely, but no, she really thinks otherwise. I mean, I really don't blame her, and especially because like this family is so personal to her. I think I always forget that how personal this is to Sion, just because it's up to Sue really. Oh yeah, can I just mention that back then, that was the first time we've actually saw Tepe. I'm not even joking. Like, genuinely, that is the first time. We didn't even see him in Higurashi, and he was like one of the main characters. I mean, I suppose he was one of the main characters. He didn't really have much dialogue, but obviously his existence had a massive effect. She was always around Satoskin. She spent his Satoskin to help her every time she cried. Yeah. She was one of those people who cornered him. If Satoko wasn't that much of a burden, Satoskin wouldn't have killed his aunt. I suppose, but like, he still would have had complete hell to live with. So you can't forget that. She's putting all the blame on Satoko at the moment. Oh god. Someone told Satoskin to commit that murder and to hide the evidence of his connection to the mastermind. Satoskin was demoned away. That's what Oishi thought. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because I was actually thinking, right here, what would happen if Sion told all of her theories to Oishi? I wonder what he would say. But yeah, it's kind of a coincidence that the second I'm thinking that, it's actually something that Oishi thinks. Yeah, that is a very realistic theory though, but at the same time, he didn't kill his aunt though. If Satoskin hadn't killed his aunt, maybe he wouldn't have been chosen as last year's victim. I suppose, but at the same time, would it really have made any difference? Because the commands were vague after all. The castle Kazudazama fell upon the Hojo family as a whole. It didn't matter which member of the family died. His aunt had a terrible reputation in the neighbourhood. She didn't communicate with her neighbours. She was always throwing fits, and there was nothing nice about her in any way. Even if Satoskin didn't kill her, the curse would have fallen upon her sooner or later. I suppose. Because the thing is, like, these people, they can kill anybody. The slightest grudge could potentially, like, mean their life ends. I mean, my god, it's just really insane that. I mean, could you imagine that in real life? That'd just be so weird. Like, I hate somebody, now you must die, motherfucker. Like, what? This just doesn't make sense. The aunt was the first victim. There needed to be another Hojo to come the curse. According to a rumour, their uncle was living somewhere in Okinomiya with his lover. Yeah. However, Okinomiya was a little different from Nihamazawa. The Sonozaki family was powerful there as well. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But it would have been more difficult in Okinomiya to demon someone away. Yeah, it's actually pretty odd that. Especially because, like, in Okinomiya, like, it's much more urban. There's so many more people. How would you get away with it for a start? It's just weird. Oh, yo, Crystal Boy. Welcome. Sorry, do you want me to say your name here? Or do you not really want to? Because, yeah, I was going to get paranoid that I'm going to say somebody's name and then they're just going to get annoyed that I sort of leaked it to everyone. So, yeah, welcome. How is it going? Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Nice to hear. Oh my god, serious and available references. Of course, serious. Well, that's all the memers out then. God. That is really cool. Must be very interesting to do stuff like that on Wikidata. I mean, I don't know. I always forget about Wikipedia. You can actually edit it and create pages yourself. Eleanor. Who's Eleanor? I am so confused. Is it you, Ro? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, especially because of how much of a professional site it was. I mean, like, who doesn't know about Wikipedia? Like, genuinely. Who doesn't meme on Wikipedia as well? Let's be real. So naturally, Satosuke and Satoko, who were still in Yamazawa, became the targets. Yeah, which ones would be cursed? That was simple. Satoko, of course, he was snobby and lacking in manners. Everyone in the neighbourhood liked Satosuke. Yeah, it's just so weird that, even if he was on the son of the Hojo couple who betrayed the village during the dam conflict, compared to Satoko, he didn't deserve to. Yeah, I know. Like, therefore, the actual victims of last year's curse should have been his aunt and Satoko. Yeah, and I want to see. I just want to read up a bit. There was something I wanted to sort of. Yeah, so about the aunt. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This. Satosuke was suddenly all alone. His mean aunt and mean uncle were gone. His sister, who was a burden to him all his life, was gone too. What? Huh? I'm really confused. I mean, I don't know. Satosuke was such a nice person. He would be sad, although he'd realise he was finally free. Oh, so this is like a potential future. Yeah. But time would heal him. I'd even help. Oh, God. This is really interesting with Sion, especially here. I mean, she's just... I don't know. She's really just, like, thinking that... I don't know, Satoshi's entire life is sort of revolving around how... I mean, I get how he feels, but it's really just not looking at all sides of the picture, if you ask me. I mean, she's really just sort of looking at it as selfish, sort of idealistic point of view. And her ideas are all fucked as well. Let's just mention that. They are all fucked up. I mean, God. He didn't have to live in this house in Yamazawa. Yeah, I suppose. But the only thing is, he's not exactly an adult yet. He can't really get enough money to sort of live in an apartment or something like that. Oh. Wait, you were on the news? What? Bro, that's insane. What did you do? Oh my God, 15 different sources though. That's insane. Wow. Oh. God. That is really nuts. Wait, did you have to do like an interview or something like that? There were plenty of empty rooms in the apartment block where I lived. Oh. Interesting. But, I mean, this is really interesting that Sion was really getting mad at Mion for actually refusing to sort of help with the whole Satoshi thing, and yet she's sort of thinking about this. Like, she could have offered a place for Satoshi to stay, but at the only time he would never leave his sister, and good for him. He shouldn't. I could find him a part-time job too. He didn't need to go to school in Hinamazawa. Yeah, he could go to a school with me in Okinomiya instead. He wouldn't know his way around or really anything about the school there, so I'd be with Satosuke all the time. I show him a shortcut to school, we go shopping, and I'll teach him many different things. What an unbelievably happy ending. Yeah, but the thing is, like, oh God, it's just all selfish. This is just all selfish. It's all becoming more and more selfish as well. I mean, this whole killing thing and torturing thing that Shion's really getting into, I think that especially, because she's only really killing because she's mad about what the curse has sort of done to her lover, so in reality was sort of done to her. But considering that these are other people's lives that she's taking, you would have thought they'd be a little less, like, selfish. But God, she really isn't. I mean, the thing is about this, there's so many flaws as well, because, like, for example, what if for example, let's just say this did actually happen, this quote-unquote happy ending did actually take place. Like, firstly, Satoko would be completely abandoned by Satoshi. She'd feel horrible. She'd get her fucking aunt being a complete bitch to her. So she'd be living in hell. How could Satoshi firstly accept a different life with Sion if that's going on? And secondly, like, I don't know. No, I don't know. There's not really anything else I can sort of think of, but like, still. Right. Nice. My parents have never actually been on the news. I think there was one time when my parents were offered to sort of go on this TV show. I don't know what it was, but yeah, they declined the offer. Which, yeah, I'm kind of happy with, honestly, but yeah. Skin has also been suffering. I've been suffering so much and I have been pushed away all my life. But we will finally be happy. I enjoyed these sweet delusions, but I didn't have any more time to waste. I was sure there were plenty of old people who had been trying to get hold of audio all morning, who were going to try and catch me after I got home from school. Oh yeah, she can't let her guard down. No, definitely not. Because, yeah, a little bit of responsibility. I cannot use the phrase taking responsibility in this game. Okay, let's just say a little bit of a responsibility she has to deal with. Because of what she did to audio. Let's just say that. Sweet delusions. Weird. Actually, the phone had been running constantly while I enjoyed my happy thoughts. Oh god. Wow. How can you get that, I don't know, sort of engaged in your thoughts? I mean, I would never be able to do that. When I was at the phone, I casually listened and replied. As I planned, my Watanagashi is now known as the next curse victim within the underside of Inamizawa. Oh. Yeah. I also tried to let them know that the disappearance of the village chief had something to do with the fact that he changed the lock on the ritual storehouse's door. Oh, you little bastard. God. Yeah. All the authorities in the underside came to realise the seriousness of trespassing in the storehouse. And after all, one of the heads of the three families got punished. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean... yeah, one of the phone calls was for Moishi. Wait, hang on. So... oh, wait. One of the calls was for Moishi. Oh! He had also heard about Kimiyoshi's disappearance and he knew it had to be something to do with the changing of the lock. It's very interesting that even the police are fooled. My god. I'm impressed. He has some pretty good sources, but all he can do is catch whatever information he can get. There's no way for him to find out where it's coming from. Yeah, definitely. I'll call my Watanagashi again later tonight. Some of the more aggressive villagers may have already started to take action around him. No, they wouldn't have. I don't believe that. I'm sure that by now, Casey is feeling the danger that's coming towards him. Oh yeah, he's probably really fucking worried. I'd have to be careful that he doesn't get killed easily. If I can catch the enemy before they bit Katie, I could use him again as a bait. Oh god, I mean, I was actually thinking just a little bit a while ago, like, why is she doing this? But yeah, then I remembered it's because she wants to actually see if she can maybe catch the enemy. Yeah, so just casually put one of your best friend's potential life at risk. I mean, you don't really know if Oyasuro-sama or like Oyasuro-sama exists, or if the Sonozakis are actually just using, for example, soldiers to sort of get away to commit the curse. You don't know that, but it still could be possible. I mean, it's just insane. Watanagashi. I haven't known him for that long. He's funny, if not intelligent. He'll never replace Satoshi, but I do think he's fun to be around. Yeah, there's one thing I don't like about him. He rubs my head far too often. His hand is as warm as Satoshi's hand, which is why I can't stand it. But that's about it. My Watanagashi isn't Satoshi's enemy. I don't hate him. Yeah, he's fun to be around, but I wouldn't shed a tear for him if he became the victim of the curse. I think that's just insane. I mean, just how selfish is this view? I mean, it's just really insane that, like, you could potentially be risking. I mean, from this alone, you could just be potentially risking, like, a friend's life. I mean, even if, like, he isn't a perfect person, even if he is sort of reminiscent of Satoshi, doesn't mean you fucking kill him. My god, I wouldn't prevent my Watanagashi from being killed, but I wouldn't kill him myself either. Are you sure, mate? Like, fucking hell. We all know what happened in the end of Watanagashi. Yeah, I don't really think my parents are. I mean, I'm gonna be real. All the photos I know of my family are sort of from the more recent generation. They're not really from anything. I mean, I have never seen like a black and white photograph, for example, in my family. I've always just seen like, you know, photos that are really recent. I think the oldest photo I've seen is my dad when he was a kid. Like nothing else that's older, really. God, I really don't think I have. I made arrangements for the curse to fall upon him, but I never told anybody to kill him. Yeah, but the only thing is like that is enough. That is enough for things to potentially happen, you know? Well, I suppose I did tell Hooded Lady God to take care of my Watanagashi. Yeah, and she did take care of him, because she actually sort of tried to reassure him, even. Wait a minute, to avenge Satosuke, I'm doing exactly the same thing as the hag did. Oh. Yeah, it's very interesting that she's actually sort of realising this. I'm using the exact same system that killed Satosuke. Keiichi Mahabara. I'm just using him. I told people to let the curse fall upon Keiichi, but I've been giving him appropriate warnings. Yeah, I suppose, but the thing is with these curses, the curses are going to be so powerful. If the people actually sort of executing the curse are actually going to just come up to Keiichi's door, he's going to be completely powerless. He can't, even if he knows what's going to happen, it's going to make no use. I'm going to help him if he tries to live. Oh. If I catch all of my enemies, maybe I'll let him loose. Yeah. Interesting. He's different from Satosuke. Satosuke was tricked into killing his aunt and was killed himself afterwards, so there wouldn't be any evidence remaining. Yeah, I think that is a very valid theory. I won't kill my Watanagashi. That's how I'm different from the hag. I suppose, but like the thing is, what if your suspicions mean that other people kill him? I mean, it's just so. She's so one-sided. It really is. Just horrible seeing this, really. But like the thing is about this whole thing is, it doesn't really make sense. Like if Keiichi doesn't get the curse, firstly Keiichi's gonna kill nobody, but then for killing nobody, Sion isn't gonna kill Keiichi. Like I don't really get this at all. Evening was turning to night. I had to get dinner ready. I had to eat, so I'd have enough strength to take revenge. Revenge? On who? This place is far from the down. It would even get isolated during the winter because of the snow. Wait, hang on. Are we in Takatsudo now? Oh, this is probably where she's staying to sort of avoid all of the conflict with the older people in audio sort of associations, really. It's not unusual for a household like this to have 2 or 3 refrigerators. Yeah. Wow. There are plenty of groceries left in him. I was glad I didn't have to go grocery shopping. I get the chorus of the Higurashi. People often say that the sound of the Higurashi brings back memories, but for me it's the exact opposite. I've only ever heard the sound of Higurashi in Hinamizawa. Therefore, the sound of the Higurashi to me is Hinamizawa. Oh, and I guess Hinamizawa is probably the future for her. Is that what she's trying to say? Sound reminded me that I wasn't supposed to be here. That I couldn't be here. Oh, yeah, I suppose. That's when I heard the doorbell. Wait, it's to the Sonozaki house? Because there was a good distance between the house and the gate, there was both a doorbell and an intercom by the latter. Wait, so I'm kind of confused. Is this in Sonozaki house or is it in Takatsudo? I just want to... It can't be in Takatsudo. No way. Yeah, this is Sonozaki house. Interesting, I'm being really stupid here. -2 IQ. He had a security camera too. Something as modern as a security camera monitor in this old-fashioned kitchen looked rather strange. No, I get what she means. I mean, I don't know. I turned the switch, but nothing appeared to be on the monitor. Oh. How did the doorbell ring then? Tried to check the plug, but there was a bunch of cords going behind the refrigerator, so I couldn't do that. Oh. The doorbell continued to ring while I tried to figure out if the monitor was broken or if I just didn't know how to turn it on. Yeah. Oh god, monitor problems. What a nightmare. God. I wonder who this is going to be at the door though. I only felt like answering the door depending on who it was. It'd normally be easier to be, it'd normally be easier to pretend to be out, but that wouldn't help me. Yeah, and especially because like you would be mad if you heard that doorbell sound for however long it's gonna sound for. I mean, it's already sounded like 3 times. So yeah, are they gonna keep on continuing? Who knows? I was waiting for my enemies to show up. I couldn't just hide myself in that case. The hag was supposed to be sick in an extremely bad mood. Yeah, I'd already sent word out that she didn't want to see anyone. Yeah. Oh, that is actually really interesting. So I have a feeling maybe it could be for Mion. Because, yeah, you remember Sion's pretending to be Mion. I made up my mind and turned the intercom on. The intercom? Interesting. If it was somebody unwanted, I could just turn whoever it was away. But I had to act normally so I wouldn't arouse suspicion. Yeah, I had to act normally.
Hi.
Yes, who is it? Oh, interesting. What the fuck is Dika doing there? Oh, she didn't tell me her name, but I recognised her voice.
Rika-chan
Rika-chan.
どうしたの?
What are you doing here at this time of day? I ran out of soy sauce, so could you share some with me? Oh no. Oh shit, we all know. Oh, we all know what happened because of this. Oh god. Soy sauce? I almost screamed, but I control myself. I took a moment to think about the situation. You know, as I was far from most stores, so sometimes neighbours would share seasoning and stuff with each other. Yeah, I mean, God, it's really interesting about this though. Like, she almost screamed. I mean, I suppose she was probably expecting something really so much more than what actually happened. But yeah. The village almost got snowed in during winter, but the hooded shrine was quite far from this house. Yeah, I suppose it would be really hard for her to get to the shop. That must be such a nightmare, because especially Rika, she has no parents, so she definitely have to always get her shopping by herself. I mean, she must have to be so organised. If it was rather well for her to come all the way here on a bicycle just to get some soy sauce. That too, actually. Especially because of the fact that, God, I'm so tired at the moment. I can't even think of what I was going to say. Well, simply because that, like, if she's going to spend such a time, if she's going to go through the effort to actually go to a house that's really far away, why not just go to the shop? It's kind of weird. Maybe she was using it as an excuse. Maybe there was something she wanted to talk to me about. That's when I noticed a piece of paper that was on the refrigerator door next to the intercom. We still have plenty of homemade soy sauce in stock. Feel free to come to the Tomazaki house if you want some. Oh right. Oh god. Damn. The hag must have given that flyer to everyone. Ah. Damn. One of our relatives sent her a barrel of soy sauce. God. A barrel? If you want some, bring a container. That's what the flyer said. Oh yeah, gotta get the sustainability in there. Good for them. I see, this would explain it. There was a handwritten note on the bottom of the flyer. The soy sauce is in the storage area under the floor. Oh. Give them as much as they want. There was a storage area beneath the floor. When I opened it, I saw a barrel of soy sauce and Mum, alongside a funnel and a ladle. I didn't want Rika to notice anything suspicious at this point. I decided to share the soy sauce with her. Sure. Did you bring a container? I brought a soy sauce bottle. Wow. Okay, come in. I'll be at the front door. As I headed there, I heard the doorbell ring again. The gate is locked from the inside. I can't open it. Ah, that's right. Sorry. I'll be right there. Just hang on. People didn't pay much attention to safety around here in Yamazawa. People didn't think too much about locking the doors. Oh my god, really? But I suppose, yeah, they still need to lock the gate because the Sonozaki house it's especially a really important house. I mean, especially if people like, for example, Oishi just feel like coming in, or I don't know, feeling sneaky, feeling like they want to, I don't know, like maybe evade a search warrant or something like that. They could very easily sneak in, and that could definitely reveal a lot of incriminating evidence potentially. Wait, no, I keep on forgetting that Dungeon Place is actually locked. But yeah, I mean, the Sonozaki house, like, it's still a house where a lot of important decisions get made. So yeah, they wouldn't want people breaking in. Let's just say that. And especially because of the curse-related things, if people discover that the Sonozaki family could be at ties with it, then you could get a lot of angry people trying to, threaten you from your own door. You wouldn't want it. But as somebody who live in the town, I've always locked everything. Yeah. To let Oda Diddy go in, I'd have to go outside. What the fuck? And before Sion's just a gamer. She can't go outside. Good evening. Good evening. Rika-san smiled at me. She was holding a huge soy sauce bottle. Wow. She acted like I never yelled at her, got violent with her, or made her cry at all today. Yeah, it's actually really odd that. I mean, why? Especially because the thing is about this, like, it's just so weird. Oh, perhaps she came to curry favour thinking that she angered me. Yeah. I invited Rika to the front door. I told her to wait for a moment and tried to take the bottle. But Rika took her shoes off and walked into the house with the bottle in her hands. Don't worry, I'll get it for you. Why don't you wait here? I'm pretty good at pouring soy sauce into a funnel, She looked at me as if begging. I guess she wanted to pour the soy sauce into a bottle herself. I didn't want her to come into the house, but I suppose I didn't want her to wait there alone either. I do wonder if there could be anything potentially incriminating in the house. But there couldn't be, could there? I mean, I suppose you could probably, if you were doing like a real investigation, you could see for example, the keys could have been in different positions to how they were before. But that would be like only really precise stuff, and you probably couldn't even get anything from that because you wouldn't have known what they looked like from before. But if somebody who knew what the set of keys in the drawers looked like before, then I suppose that could maybe get sort of an insight that somebody could have maybe used the dungeon room. Oh, I don't know. Oh, what does? What sucks, bro? Oh, God. Oh, that's annoying. Bro, I hate working with, like... I hate it when just, like, nothing is going right. Oof. If she came to the kitchen with me, I could keep my eyes on her. Yeah, because it sounds like a blooming parent. And so I brought Rika to the kitchen. Yeah. We walked down the hallway. I only heard my footsteps. I stopped suddenly and turned around to make sure Rika was following me. Rika bumped into me.
め
Meep.
あ
Oh,
あ
that's
ご
right.
めんごめん
I made sure she was right behind me and started to walk again. Tap, tap, tap. Tip, tip, tip. Tap, tap. Tip, tip. Rika must have been having fun matching her footsteps. Matching her footsteps? Weird. To mine. Even when I quickly sped up, our footsteps matched perfectly. Tap, 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 tap. That's weird. Tip, 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 tip. Tap, tap, tap. I stopped suddenly. Tip, tip, tip. Tip. You can't stop suddenly too after taking an extra step. That's really interesting. I mean, I don't know if this actually has any meaning, but especially because Oyasura-sama has been mentioned. An extra step, you know? That means you could potentially be really cursed by Oyasura-sama. God. That is weird. I do wonder, I mean, you wouldn't really have anything to base this assumption on, but could you imagine if this could potentially be, like, evidence that Rika could maybe be Oyasura-sama, because matching footsteps and then taking an extra one, like being the presence behind you when you actually sort of have the paranoia that the curse sort of gives. It's so weird. When I turned around, Rika smiled at me. Our footsteps matched perfectly, and when I stopped suddenly, I heard an extra step. I've experienced such footsteps before. It was making me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, it's just really weird that. I mean, I don't know if it could just be like a harmless joke or if it could be, you know, potentially something. But now, although her footsteps sounded the same as the other ones I'd experienced, I saw her when I turned around. Yeah. That was the difference between them. Yeah, I left the storage door open so we could see the soy sauce barrel. That memory said she could take as much as she wants, but I wasn't sure there was enough left. Oh. I crouched down and tried to open the lid of the soy sauce barrel. Even when I crouched down, I could hear Rika's extra step. God, that's odd. Oh, interesting. God. That's weird. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know much about attributes. I've never really heard about them. I've heard about arrays, but I haven't really heard about, like, lists and attributes. It sort of looks like arrays with, you know, like the bracketed number. But yeah, I don't really know. Yeah. No, I kind of get what you mean. I swear, like, there are a lot of... Could you imagine if just, like, in the future, any sort of word with a full stop could become a web address? That'd be really weird. I mean, it is very weird that the values.preferred thing is in sort of, I don't know, HTML text or whatever you call it, like, just embedded text that would take you to a website. I don't know if it's called HTML text, but, like, still. It's weird. Oh, it's a link for it. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that, like, a cooler way of saying it, though? Like, I suppose you could say embedded text. No, you couldn't, really. No, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean. Bro, I'm trying to get too technical about something I don't even know the subject about. Yeah. It's just very odd, that. I mean, there's no .com, there's no sort of URL thing, there's no HTTPS. There's not even any, like, thing at the end. And yet it's still a link. It's just weird, that. I wonder if that goes with any other sort of site-related things. Okay, there's plenty left. Take as much as you want. When I turned around, Rika was very close to me. But, who was this? I saw Rika, but it wasn't Rika at all. Yeah, she looks weird. She looks kind of scary. It was like when I switched with my sister. The outside was the same, but the inside was different. Did Hika have a twin sister? I was confused for a moment. Yeah. That was when Hika sprayed something with a small bottle in my eyes? Huh? Oh god. I felt a terrible pain in my eyes and suddenly tears poured out and my nose started to run. I couldn't stop sneezing either. Oh god. Fuck, is that pepper spray or whatever it was? I don't know. But I know there's this thing that police use that's sort of matching up the description. God. Oh, right. I swear there was something called like pepper spray or something, I don't know. Tear gas though, what a name. As I stumbled around covering my face, I then realised I was attacked. Yeah. I shut my eyes tightly for a moment and then opened them again. Hika was about to grab my hair and drag me down onto the floor. Oh my god, when Hika saw me open my eyes, she spread at me. Jesus Christ. I mean, she kind of deserves it to be fair, but like, god, why is she doing this? I shut my eyes to avoid the spray, but my nose still breathed in the substance. Oh, god. I avoided the pain in my eyes, but the tears, the runny nose, and the sneezing continued. Shit, my brain isn't working quickly enough. However, when I finally understood that I had been attacked by Hooded Hika, my brain started to grind into motion. Hooded Hika knocked me on my back and got on top of me. Shit. I tried to escape her by rolling onto the kitchen floor. As I rolled, I hit an oven, a huge jar, and destroyed a bar of something on the floor as I fought back. God. But Hika didn't let go of me. She stayed on top and restrained me. Shit, she was sitting on my stomach and I felt intense pain and pressure. God, this is weird. She sure could fight well as well. I still couldn't see anything. God, what the fuck is she gonna do? God. Hika had the upper hand. My eyes were shut and I was in real danger. Yeah, I mean, my god, what is she gonna do? As I tried to blink, I saw Hika's expression. I didn't know what Hooded Hika that well. I only knew her from the few times we met when I went to school with Mio and from the things that I've heard from other people. Yeah, but as far as I knew, there was no way Hooded Hika would ever do something like this. Yeah, I know. This is probably gonna be, you know, you remember in Hinamatabushi where Hooded Hika was like really weird. She was in her sort of future prophecy predicting self. This could probably be her. I don't know. Oh right. So my thoughts weren't completely on crack. That was actually something. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember seeing something about that. This is just impossible. No, I can't fill my head with that word. I have to calm down and figure out what to do next. Shit, I'm too much of a mess to even think. Yeah, I tried to peek at her face again. She still had the spray bottle in one. Oh no. What I didn't expect was the thing in her other hand. How could I mistake it for anything else? It was definitely a syringe? Oh no. When Hika realised I regained my eyesight, she pointed the spray bottle right at me and let loose. Holy shit. I shut my eyes tightly and tried to ignore the pain. But that was when, even though I was blinded, Hika made a miscalculation. She sprang me from such a close distance that she held the substance as well. I heard Hika sneeze and then realised that it was my chance. Even if I couldn't see, I knew she was right there. I held Hika's face a few times. When I felt Hika's weight shift, I escaped. Oh god. God, she looks terrifying there. Holy shit. I think I must stun gun ready. Oh. Hika must have inhaled just a little of the spray. She wasn't sneezing anymore and was glaring at me instead. Shit. Are you picking a fight with me? You want me to wreck you? Hika's expression didn't change, but I was sure she was disappointed that her surprise attack was a failure. Yeah, I mean, my god, it was so close. It was so close. Hika thinks just a little, but she was still holding the spray bottle and aiming it at my eyes. Holy shit. She was trying to use the spray first and then give me the shot. Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, she really can't let her guard down. God, if she does, I mean, we don't really know what this potential thing the syringe is filled with is. I mean, it could just be water for all we know. How could we know? How could we tell? But like, I don't think it's anything good. You know. I didn't know what was in that syringe, but it was a clear liquid. Oh God, it had to be something bad. She wanted to take my eyesight, get on top of me, and then give me the shot. God, if whatever was in the syringe took a while to take effect, I might have had the chance to fight back and seriously injure Rika. Yeah. I suppose, but like the thing is, she doesn't want to take the risk because she won't be able to live if she does. But Rika's surprise attack told me that being ejected was more than enough. Yeah. In other words, whatever the effect, it would start to work immediately. Yeah. Therefore, I wouldn't be able to fight back against her. Yeah. It would probably knock me out or even kill me. In any case, what I had was equally deadly. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I suppose a stun gun can't kill somebody. Well, I mean, I suppose if you put it near the brain, it could. I don't know. But it can only knock people out, and then you can actually do worse means. In any case, what I had was equally deadly. My stun gun was very powerful. Yeah. Just one shot would be all it took. What happened before was proof of its power. Yeah. I think I knew my stun gun was a lot more powerful than her spray. She was being extremely cautious. Hey, what do you think you're doing in my house, huh? If you aren't moving, then I'll come to you. Oh, I threw a pile of newspapers at her. The pile wasn't tied together, so the newspapers flew all over Rika. Oh God, that's a really bad idea. If she uses the spray now, it could potentially... Oh God, I jumped at her immediately after. Okay, I suppose that is a smart idea. I shoved my stun gun into her and pulled the trigger. Shit, it got spasmed and fell to the floor. My God, you fool. Hesitating in a fight where a single blow wins. Only amateurs just glare at each other. God. You don't have a single clue about how advantageous the first strike is when a single blow can destroy everything. I suppose. The spray would have rolled on the ground, but she still had the syringe. Rika was down, but I couldn't let my guard down either. I kicked her in the side and clambered on top of her. Jesus. I took the syringe, I held Rika's arm down and gave her the shot. Oh no. Gosh, she's killed by her own drug. Potentially. My actions could hardly be called gentle. No, I know. I injected her violently. God, I injected everything that was in the syringe. Rika began to convulse. I stood back and watched for what would happen to her body. Of course, I still had my guard up. Wow, I assumed that the drug would incapacitate her immediately. I didn't know exactly what kind of reaction she would have. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to find out what happens to her, because I suppose it would have happened to her. God. Oh, of course she's fucking laughing. Look at you. Did you really think that you could defeat me? Think again. After a few more convulsions, Rika unsteadily got to her feet. God, so she's not even knocked out by a stun gun. Holy shit. I suppose this is a few minutes later, but still. She unsteadily got to her feet. That's ridiculous. How can she even stand? I lit my stun gun. Yeah, I know. It is weird. Damn it. The power was on the lowest. Oh. That's odd. There's no way she would have actually done that. I do wonder if maybe somebody could have tampered with it. Yeah, because... Interesting. Maybe it had been readjusted when we were rolling around on the floor. Oh, that could actually explain it, yeah. I changed the setting to maximum. Oh, of course she did. Rika turned pale and started sweating all over. I didn't know if its exact effects, but Rika had given me the shot, I'd be the one experiencing her symptoms. And even worse as well, because don't forget about the blooming paper gas. I mean, paper gas? Pepper gas. Yeah. God. I mean, there are a lot of things that Sion can do to Rika. But, like, God. I have a feeling, like, Sion probably would have got it worse if she got the shot. But she deserves it more, honestly. She looked really sick, so obviously she must have been feeling awful too. Yeah, she couldn't even focus. She was very wobbly and had her hand on the wall. Oh, God. She lost her balance and it must have been hard for her to even stand. She didn't look so brave anymore. Rika wobbled so more and more as if she were about to throw up. God. Fucking hell. God, they really don't hold back on this voice acting. Holy shit. Hanyu? Oh my God. That's really interesting, that. That is really interesting. Who the fuck is Hanyu, you wonder? I mean, I already know because, like, I watched the anime, but still, that is just so interesting that she actually, like, says that in a dying sort of breath. God. It looked scary as she mentioned, as she moaned and wobbled, but at the same time, she looked kind of funny too. Oh, God. Certainly, she hadn't even dreamed she was going to be getting the shot herself. And though I know she probably would have thought her plan was going to perfectly go well. As the man sows, so shall we have. That's what you get. God. Oh, God. This is funny, so funny. It is not funny. Holy shit. Please don't throw up here. Go to the bathroom, okay? Oh my God, of course she says that. God. No, I know, Ro. It really is. I mean, the thing is that's very interesting about this as well. Like, it is just even sadder with Rika as well. Because, like, Rika's basically like a 10-year-old. She's trying to basically murder, like, a nearly fully grown teen. I mean, weapons are very powerful, and especially that drug, it would have had instant effect on the victim, but, like, still. It's just really not the smartest thing. But I don't know, it's just very interesting that she's actually trying to do this. I think Rika might have sussed that Sion's actually pretending to be Mion. Because, I'm going to be real, I think, like, even if Mion was actually really mad at the whole thing about the ritual storehouse, which she wouldn't have been, firstly. She would have accepted that friends would forgive. She would have never done what she did to Rika. I think that's how she sussed out. And with the Satoko thing as well, definitely. Mion would never do that. The real one, I mean. I have a feeling, because there is no way that Rika wouldn't have killed Mion without having 100% known she was Sion. I think there's more to this. Oh my God. Why are they links? But that is weird. Yeah, good luck with that. Hope it works. I'm going to enjoy how long it'll take you to die. Oh, well, that means I can't talk to you later. Is that sad? Is that a... Oh my God. I was planning to use that nail table. Holy shit. Well, God, she's lucky she died the way she did. God, it's so horrible, this story. I mean, to think that even dying is a relief, and that there could have been worse things. God. So, either you choke on your own vomit and die, or I pound nails into all 10 of your fingers. I wonder which it will be. Oh, God. Okay, I know. Let's move to the underground shrine storage. Oh, God. I'll be to sleep so I can move you there, okay? Oh, my God. I walked up to the gun. My stun gun made me popping sounds. How much of an idiot is she? She's so sick at the moment. That drug is going to take effect easily. And yet she's just sort of making risks that... firstly, the stun gun's on maximum power, so even if this drug is really instantly effective, it's not going to have... She's really not going to have long to live, so I really don't get the impression that she's going to actually be able to live And I also just have a feeling that, like, I don't know, I just really don't feel that even if she did live, she wouldn't have nearly as much strength as she would to even be able to answer questions, because I'm assuming that's what she's going to do, like, you know, interrogation after anything. When Nika saw the sparks from my stun gun, she moved to grab a huge kitchen knife. Oh god, wait, so... Oh, so this wasn't actually... So this was just a threat, those popping sounds.
おや
Oh, are you still trying to
ま
fight?
だその程度の元気
Oh
はあるわけだ
god. Oh shit, this is...
そうでな
that
く
makes
ちゃ面
things
白く
much
ないよ
more
あん
fun.
たにはいろいろ聞きたいことがあるしね
Oh god, yep, I was right.
無駄に抵
I
抗
would
しな
suggest
い
you
方
back
最
down.
も
Well,
抵抗
actually,
しなく
even
て
if
も
you do, you
辛い
go
目
through
に
the
遭うだ
same
ろう
misery
よ
anyway. God, this laughing. No, I really get what you mean. I think the parents of these people, I mean, well, the person that's actually fighting, Rika, she has no parents, and the thing is with Sion's parents, they actually live in another place. This is the Sonozaki main house. This isn't actually where their parents live. Like the Sonozaki family main house. So yeah, and the thing is, the person who actually was in charge was killed by Sion, so nobody's here. Oh no, she's not rich at all. If anything, she shouldn't even be here. She's pretending to be Mion to actually even be in here. And Mion's in the hidden underground torture room. Just imprisoned, really. Sorry, but I refuse that invitation. You torture maniac.
この冷血女が
Yeah. How is she gonna refuse the invitation? I mean, I'm gonna be real, I think it's definitely true that, like, she can refuse it, but how? I mean, is she gonna run? But this is Higurashi. When do people ever run? Well, there wasn't anything I'd expect to hear from Nadika, I know. But I didn't hesitate. This is very interesting, like, the voice has completely changed. We can see this is the other version of Nadika we don't really know much about. But I didn't hesitate. And yet Sion hasn't really picked up on it. I had the advantage, so I didn't need to worry. Yeah, I suppose. Besides, this is coming from the last survivor of the Hudade family, one of the 3 families. Yeah, it is interesting. That sudden change somehow felt natural. Yeah, interesting. Compared to what the 3 families have done, this is nothing.
それをフ
Thank you
ル
for
デケ
this.
当主様に
Thank
褒
you
め
for
て
that
もらえ
high
るなんて
praise, though.
ちょっと
I
光
should
栄
be
だね
proud of myself, huh? Oh my god.
でその
So,
フラフラ
are you
な
seriously
体
thinking
で
about fighting
包
with
丁
a
一本
knife
で
in
抵
that
抗してみ
condition?
せる立っているだ
You
けで
can't
も
even
限界な
stand
く
straight.
そうね
You're
あん
right.
たの言
Like
う
you
通
said,
り
I'm at my limit.
これがどうも私の限界
I'm my limit. Oh
お
god.
前なんか
But
に
if that
召
means
し捕ら
getting
れて
captured and
殺され
tortured
る
to
く
death
らいな
by
ら
you, then
悪いけ
sorry,
ど
I'm taking my leave.
お先に退場させてもらうわ
Oh no, I have a feeling I know what she's gonna do.
退場
Taking your leave. Try
できるなら
if
し
you
てごらんよ
can. It was clear who held the advantage here, but despite that, an old thrill filled both of us. We lost our minds. Wasn't a fitting phrase for the people we know as our... Or you, maybe? Fucking hell, there's a feeling of release when modern demons could stop pretending to be human. Interesting. Yes, this is a mad banquet of demons with this savouring of blood and devouring of flesh, attended by the head of the Hudade family and the head of the Sonozaki family, the old families whose blood is closest to the madness of the demons. I stood in front of the doorway so as to block her escape route. Oh, God. The windows had grates and the door had a safety chain on it. If she turned around, I'd hit her with my stuff. Oh, God. I mean, I'm gonna be real. There really isn't any way she can escape. In this situation, what did Hooded Eddie Card mean by taking her leave? Oh, I think I know. And especially because she's talking about the whole torture thing and having fate better than being tortured by her. Nico got a knife ready. I expected her to aim at my stomach when she attacked, so I took it to the start, with my stun gun ready in my hand. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really be surprised if she did. I mean, if she would totally be dead, Xion would be. Totally. If that happened. Nico, however, suddenly turned around. I carefully watched to see what her next move would be. Nico put the handle of her knife to the wall and held it in place. Oh, what was she doing? Interesting.
じゃあね。
Goodbye, torture man.
さよなら、冷血女。
Wonder what she's actually
お
doing.
前なんかに
I will give you the satisfaction of killing
殺され
you.
てたまるか。
Nico put her head back and slammed her throat against the knife. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. So I'm just trying to... So is she like that? I'm assuming. Oh god. No, same row. Ugh. She's trying to get it. I think she's trying to get it to her neck so she reaches the artery that shouldn't be touched in the neck, and as a result stops breathing and stops all the blood flow. But I don't know. Yeah, I know, it's kind of odd. God. I mean, I'm gonna be real, she did kind of ask for it because of the whole fight thing, but it's just still really fucking sad. The blood's splattered all over. Like I went backwards repeatedly and I... Oh my god. Again. Elegant just with dyed red. I always thought blood was darker, but her blood wasn't dark, it was so bright. It must have been confused, but it looked pretty. Oh, you are sick. You are fucking sick. After doing this several times, Nika turned around. Her eyes were wide open, she didn't look like she was from this world. Her face looked like something both living and dead, both real and artificial. It was very scary, eerie, and above all else, pale. Although her face looked unearthly, it was a very appropriate face for a demon. I didn't have a mirror, so I couldn't tell, but I was sure I looked exactly like her. Oh god. It's very interesting. I mean, that could be very interesting if it was like the... So that other self that Rika had was potentially like her demon. Could be very interesting. But I don't know. It just sounds too supernatural for me. God, Rika continued to violently slash her throat. God, it reminded me of somebody trying to break a huge piece of ice with an ice pick. Oh god, that's a horrible analogy. That was exactly what Rika looked like. The white chips of ice coolly flying through the air. What I saw before me was a... This just pains to read. Genuinely. What I saw before me was a beautiful sight. Every time Rika struck her throat, the tiny drops of red blood splattered along the boring white road around her. Oh god. It was like a dance. A dedication dance by the high-wing head of the Hoodede family. The demon's last dance was a dedication to Oyashiro-sama. Oh. I was seeing that literally blood-curdling dance, I let out fierce Oh. I had no reason to do so. I was howling like an animal. We were like animals trying to kill each other, both getting covered in blood. And inevitably, as one convulsed in a pool of that blood, the other threw back its head and howled. My body shivered with the joy. I felt inside me this was death, the most final of judgments, and it was right before me. The demons howled, screamed, and roared. Oh, that's very interesting now that we think about it, because this song in the background, this is the demons. This is their sort of howling. God. The roars faded and my voice started to change from the voice of a demon back to that of a human. Oh, God. As a demon I roared, but as a human I sneered. Rika was covered in blood from her neck down. Her blood was pouring out, making a little noise. Rika was still staring into my eyes. I stared back at her. I wasn't sure that there were still eyes, though. They were no longer human eyes, but the eyes of the dead. Oh. I just can't believe this. Rika's cold vomited blood from her mouth and nose and smiled. Then she dropped the knife. She struck her hands out and turned her palms upward. Her wriggling fingers remind me of an insect's leg. Those fingers reach for her own blood. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anybody do this before. Because Rika was scratching her own throat. Ripping her own throat. What? Maybe that wasn't a good description. She was trying to rip out the inside of her throat through the opening she made with a knife. Oh my God. So, that could potentially mean that drug could have actually been the cause of Tomitake, for example. No, I don't blame you, Ro. I don't blame you. I don't really know. At the moment, this isn't really affecting me as much as I thought it would, but yeah, I'm just kind of lucky for that. Her fingers found the biggest tear. Ugh. Rika smiled. At least, that's what I would have called it if she were alive. She ripped out the tear in one time. I was just about to say I might try and imagine this, but then I just thought, fuck off. Do not imagine this, because then you will feel sick. Jesus. Upon hearing my scream, Rika died and fell on her face into a pool of blood. That was it. She didn't get up again to show me her throat. I stepped back from Rika's body and bumped into the wall in the hallway. Rah. I brought again an admiration of the ritual dance of dedication as third if. This is so horrible. I'm just so. Joy ran through my body and blood rushed through. Oh my God, this is even worse. But this is the rampage. It's just so sad that what was once sort of feeling of revenge is now just plain murder. I mean, even if somebody, even if you were fighting somebody just because of, even if you were fighting somebody that was completely your enemy, if they killed themselves like that, fucking hell, you would really feel disturbed. So, it's actually very interesting that this could also be the thing that Tomitake-san actually used to, you know, for example, in the Oyasura-sama mystery, because it could have been that he was administered the drug and then as a result he could have done what Rika did, and then, yeah. And I have a feeling with this whole throat ripping thing, I don't even know if it's conscious, because, like Shion said, dead eyes were staring at her. I defeated. Oh, Jesus. I didn't realise I'd dispose of the heads of the three families. The core of the curse of Oyasura-sama. I suppose so, but like, fucking hell. Everything was finally exposed. Because Oyasura's honor and his masterminds were all exposed. I disposed of the leaders of the three families who all killed Satosuke. Oh god. Yeah, there's the revenge. The head of the Sonozaki family died of a heart attack. Yeah. She was at the bottom of the well, along with a wheelchair. I apprehended the head of the Gimiyoshi family. He'd continued to tiptoe until he died. That is so horrible, that. Genuinely. It's slow as well, which is even worse. The head of the Hoodine family died in a way that was perfect for the final head of the three families of Watanagashi. No, I mean, I suppose the way that would have been perfect is like the classic, you know, disembowelment and then organs being thrown out of the body. Like in Tatarigoroshi. Tatarigoroshi. Yeah, that chapter. I did it. I accomplished my mission. I defeated all the masterminds who killed Satosuke with the curse. Everyone at Satosuke knew were powerless. He didn't have the means to fight back. He wasn't a complete psychopath as well. Fucking hell. Those evil people simply sneered while they let you die. They did not. After marking you as a member of the cursed Hojo family, I will never ever forgive them. They believe you deserve to die because you were one of the Hojos. As long as it was done by the curse of Oyasura-sama, they didn't care how you were killed. It's just so insane that she really doesn't feel any of the emotions you would have thought any murderer would have thought. She's just that sort of alienated to her thoughts and her morals just because of the whole, like, revenge. It's insane. She doesn't actually view what she's doing as bad. I will never forget those people for creating this world. What could I have done to save you, Satosuke? I couldn't save you. Sion's almost like he couldn't do anything else at the time. Yeah, but the thing is about this whole saving thing, I mean, God. Oh, I don't even know. If I was Mion, not Sion. If I was Mion that day, I could have saved you. Mion could have saved you. Oh, God, that's right. I remember now. Sion, she said she wanted to eat red snapper sashimi that day. I was supposed to eat that. But Sion pouted and cried. That was why I let her switch just for that night. It's actually very interesting, this, because she's addressing herself in the third person. I think she's genuinely sort of got up with the impression that a demon has sort of infected her, and this could potentially explain why she really isn't feeling compassion or anything normal for these really awful acts. I mean, interesting. Yeah, and why I let her switch. Maybe that could have been the demon. Who knows? I did it to make her happy like a big sister would. Oh, God. Sion was never treated well, so I felt bad. That was it. Being a good sister, that was it. Oh wait, hang on, I'm being kind of stupid. I think this is an impression of Mion's thoughts from Sion's point of view. When morning came, the world had been turned upside down and it had remained so until today. We weren't twins anymore. The one with the demon was Mion and the one without the demon was Sion. Are you sure? What was that supposed to mean? Wait, hold on. Listen, I'm Mion, not her. You can tell us apart, right, Mum? Look, you can't you tell I'm Mion? Come on, everyone, tell me I'm Mion. I'm Mion. Don't call me Sion. I'm Mion, I am. Then I realised you knew, didn't you? That the relatives weren't gathering for a simple party that night. You knew. Party? When was this? Oh, this was on the Watanagashi day, wasn't it? Oh, interesting. Yeah, that would actually explain why, seemingly after something that was potentially really sort of really fun festival day, why it was such a serious matter. I mean, you would have thought it would be anything otherwise. God, this music is horrible. I'm actually going to continue, just so I can not listen to the fucking screaming sound effects, really. No, I didn't. I really didn't. Oh, so this is actually what she's saying to Mion. Oh, God. No, I didn't. I really didn't know. How can you say that? You were so persistent that day. You said you'd never eaten red salmon before, so you really wanted to try it. You never gave up asking me. Interesting. So, wait, hang on. I'm a little bit confused. Oh. Oh, interesting. So, I really didn't know. I didn't know. If I had known, I wouldn't have said that. Oh. Oh, sure. You were always jealous of me, always looking at those foxy eyes. That was why I switch with you every once in a while. Oh, God, Sion. This is horrible. I mean, oh, it's just, the thing that's so bad about this is just like, Mion was trying to be kind. She was trying to like show a little bit of empathy. I mean, Sion does not know what the fucking word empathy means anymore, but like still, Mion was trying to sort of be a decent person. She's just really overlooking that now because of, yeah, I suppose because of her suspicions, you probably overlook stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, I can definitely see why she would sort of overlook all the things she's doing, but at the same time, it really is just kind of horrible as well, you know. But you weren't satisfied with just that, you became even more jealous. And that night, you knew what was going on and took Mion from me. Oh. You took Mion from me. So she really thinks that a demon sort of, thanks to a demon potentially being there, Mion was actually not herself and didn't save Satoshi. Interesting. Give Mion back. Oh, why is Mion? I'm so confused. I'm someone's like Mion. He was Mion this whole time. Oh. Interesting. So she really thinks that maybe this could be just because she's now thinking that she's the one with the demon in her as opposed to Mion. But the only thing is, like, God, you really can't tell. You really can't tell. Don't call yourself Mion, you're an imposter. Sus. I kicked the bars of the cell repeatedly while I roared. Compared to my roar, the metallic noise of the bars sounded like the cry of a... Oh, God. I've been convinced by something so stupid. The tattoo of the demon was just a way of telling us apart. Even without that tattoo, I'm Mion. That's right, I'm almost like Mion. Why is she thinking this? I just really don't get this. But I suppose maybe she's thinking she's Mion's role, because now that Mion's literally powerless and she can maybe be the head of the family as a result. But I really don't know. I gathered my hair and put it in a ponytail with the yellow band that Mion used all the time. Oh, God. So I didn't feel my hair on my neck. I feel like I could think more clearly now. Two Mions looked at each other through the iron bars. According to our sibling rules, that was never to happen. Yes, there was only one Mion and one Sion. There can never be two of us two of either at the same time. Sion, let your hair down. I'm Mion, and Mion is here. You were never Mion, so don't pretend to be me ever again. Oh, God. And I suppose this is the whole Watanagashi plot related thing. This is why she always pretends to be Sion. Oh my god, it's just so horrible though. I mean, like, especially because she has no say. I mean, if you remember in Watanagashi, like, she said nothing when Katie was there. She never said anything about being Mion. And especially when Katie was like, Sion, is that you? And everything, like, he didn't know. I said, do you hear? If you do, answer me, Sion. God. I took myself back on this day. Sion admitted that she was Sion. I wanted it is to be Mion. Oh god, I feel great. I can think clearly now, because after all, Mion was capable of anything. I'm like you, Sion. Oh god. How dare you pretend to be Mion? Do you have any idea? I wonder what Mion's gonna say to this. I really hope like she genuinely just has something to say. Huh, Sion? Yes. Sion call me sis. God, so she really thinks she sort of switched personalities just because of the whole demonic thing, I'd assume. Just because of how fucking awful she's got. And so, I was Mion. The demon who had been asleep deep inside of me was finally allowed to wake up. Oh god. The demon roared and my whole body shivered to express its joy. Sion, you committed a great sin. You and Mion until now, you were in a powerful position as Mion of the Sonozaki family, yet you didn't even try to rescue Satoshi. Oh god. Guys, you really think it always is really just sad to think that, like, this was the main cause of the whole, you know, awful deeds. I mean, it's just really insane that, like, this sort of real sadness for revenge has just turned into this. You have millions of chances to save him, but you chose not to do anything. I won't forgive you. I'll never forgive you. Could have saved Satoshi. You took him away from me and you killed him. I'll never forgive you. God. But she didn't kill him. I mean, my god. Not only is the demon in her... I think the demon's probably... It could potentially be, like, one of the reasons she's thinking so irrationally. I mean, she almost shaking me... was shaking on the other side of the bars. I will kill you in the best possible. Oh god. Starting today, I'm gonna think of the best, most gruesome way to kill. Oh my god. Sion, you better spend every minute fearing what's coming to you. Oh, you know, the most scary thing is about this, like, it's not even... I mean, it is obviously a threat, but it's not even something that's exaggerated. It's full. Oh, God. I won't just kill you. I'll make sure your death is long and miserable. Oh, God. And after you're dead, I'll throw you into the well. You better apologize to Satoshi when you get there. This is what you get for pretending to be me. God, she really is just using anything at this point. Do you hear me? That's your sin. Oh, God. Now a break, I hope. Oh, we're back here again. I need to do at least clean up the kitchen. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing that's just so insane about this is just... Oh, God, it's just... Oh, it's just too much to take in, really. It really is just sad how somebody that could have been potentially living a happy life, you know, has become not only a killer, but one of the most brutal killers I've ever seen. I needed to at least clean up the kitchen. While I was putting on newspapers on the floor to absorb the blood, the phone rang. Oh, I didn't want to answer, but maybe I should. I should answer it and talk to whoever it was. Hello, this is Sonozaki residence. God, it's so interesting, especially here, because she's just done so many awful things. I mean, as she said, like, the demon in her really is emerging. Yeah, it's just interesting how she can still put on a professional sort of face, but These people, they are fucking snakes. It really doesn't surprise me. But, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's really interesting about the whole Mion thing, because she genuinely thinks that she was Mion just because of the whole demon that could have been potentially inside her that wasn't in Mion, because she was actually powerless. Didn't do anything, and at the moment is in the cell. But because Sion's actually emitting the whole demon thing, I suppose she's actually using it, and as a result, like, she believes she has it and Mion doesn't really. It's just really insane that she thinks, like, she's actually pretending to be herself. Oh my god, could you imagine that? I mean, not only, like, imagining to pretend to be yourself, but, like, secondly, like, fucking hell. Really fucking not... Firstly, not even be joking about it, and secondly, really being fucking brutal. Hello, this is Sonozaki residence. Thank you for answering. This is Hojo calling. Oh god. I was surprised to hear the Hojo name, but I realised right away that it was Satoko. Oh, Satoko, what's the matter? Sorry to call so late. Is Rika not there with you? Ah, yes. Ever since Satoko Hojo was abandoned, she'd be living with Rika Huride. Of course she didn't think about that. She didn't. Of course she gets suspicious that Rika hadn't returned yet. Oh yeah, she's here. Oh, she's still here? It's long past dinner time. Oh, yep. That's why you don't get too caught up in murder, you fucking idiot. Hey, Satoko. I'm meeting my dinner tonight, so I told Rika-chan to wait here with me. Oh no. Yeah, is that so? Oh, why didn't you come over too? I have plenty of food left. Rika-chan has already started eating. Oh, Rika, alright, I'll clean up a little and then head out. See you shortly. Oh god, I feel so bad for Satoko. She sounds so happy. Oh, nobody realises. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Maybe it could. There is no way this is not something like that's potentially really bad. I'm just gonna take a break because it's just tough. This story, it really is. I think it's just so sad how much it could have been prevented. I mean, I think the main ways that this could have been prevented is, like, firstly, potentially, like, if Sion and Satoko never met, then this would be entirely prevented, I suppose. But then there's also the sort of aspects that it maybe... No, I have a feeling the fingernail ripping thing really sort of shaped what was happening. I think that really sort of shaped the pain that she was going to go through, really. And I think what also happened definitely is that I think if Sion hadn't actually, could you imagine if Satoshi was like Keiichi? This would have also never happened. Oh yeah, bro, we've been done with that for quite a while, yeah. But I have a feeling it's probably going to pick up because Satoko's coming to the house, and I'm just gonna warn you now. I have actually watched the anime. It is. I don't know if it happens today, so I won't really warn you. But it's the most sick thing. I think it's the most sick thing in this entire novel. So yeah, I'll tell you when it is, and then yeah, you can just like dip if you want to. Let's just say in the anime it involves a crucifix. Let's just say that. So yeah, I'm really fucking scared for this. I hope I'm not gonna read this today, but yeah. Okay, I'll be in here. No, they don't create a new religion. It's just I don't know. It's just, you know, it's not really the crucifix religion purposes. It's the torture methods used in it, you know. Okay, I'll be here. See ya. Oh, click. We have never seen this piece of art before. Oh, of course the chapter ends there. I mean, there is no way I'm not going to read this, but like, yeah. When they cry, Kai. We always forget that it's Kai. Don't be the end of the chapter, please, though. I want to get on with the plot. I don't want to read tips. Okay, thank you, Sion. Not Sion. The game. Ryukishi. Whoever made it. Whoever wrote this. The mod people. Oh, interesting. So we're in Keiichi's point of view now. Keiichi, I've been calling your name for a while. You have a phone call. It's from Sonozaki-san. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's not going to be. Maybe it's not going to be so much. So, well, firstly, there's one with every single chapter. There's one part which is sort of like an interval, which is what we just got, and it's sort of a transition to another scene. And then the next one is sort of you have new tips unlocked, and then you can go save, exit, do other stuff. This is going to be very interesting to see how Sion is actually going to deceive Casey. I mean, God. After seeing what happened with Dika, anything could fucking happen. Really could. And Mion as well, God. Sonozaki-san, which one? The older sister or the younger one? I don't know, ask her yourself. Hello, Mion, or is it Sion? Oh, it's me, Sion. Good evening. Sion, sorry about last night. Oh, poor Katie. I think that's just even worse as well. Like, not only is she just completely horrible, I mean, she's even really manipulating and worrying the people she actually knows as well. People like this. I do wonder how they die. I mean, I don't know if Sion dies actually, because I remember in Watanagashi, wasn't she? No, she killed everyone apart from Nena and Oishi. She had done, yeah. We didn't actually see how she died. Because, let's be real, there is no way that... I mean, firstly, it could have been possible that, like, she heard a presence behind her. I mean, I know the whole theories of Yasuda-sama are just being completely disproved here, but that paranoia still hasn't been explained. So, I don't know. Could potentially be something to worry about. And secondly, like, you know, the whole demon thing. There's no way you can be like this and be a member of society. No way. Oh, damn. Oh, that's a big oof. Working with complicated stuff is such a nightmare. I mean, I was doing a lot of Photoshop stuff recently, and my god, it was just so complex. Especially when you make an error, it's just hell to actually fix where the error is. I got all riled up. He must have been worried about how I hung up the phone so suddenly last night. We're tied to the same thing. Making sure the other whistle right is the only way to guarantee our own safety. And it's very interesting with Sion as well, because she really doesn't care. She's just using Katie as a decoy, really. So as a result, she sort of really doesn't care. Yeah, I agree. We absolutely need to share whichever information we have, so that we don't die like Takano-san or Tomitaka-san did. Yep. But we all know that, thanks to Miss Snake here, that's completely false. I'm gonna get... Jesus, 11 files. Wow. Oh, I love Fanta. Fucking love it. Gulp. I heard Casey swallow loudly. Then let's continue from where we left off. You'll listen without getting angry this time, right? Yeah, I'll be fine. Casey agreed to be quiet and listen. I explained the dangerous situation Casey was in once again. Just like how some evil people in the villages, like Takano-san and Tomitaka-san, they might attack us any day. But yeah, it is actually kind of scary to think that, like, you can't forget about this. This is very true. Because even though the whole people were dying, I kind of forgot that, like, that doesn't solve the potential risk that could be onto them. It was ironic, of course, that while I was warning him, I was also the one who made sure the curse would fall upon him. Yeah, I know. It's kind of insane that. It's just so fucking sad, really. Manipulative. Let's support anything we noticed that seemed strange. If we connect all the tiny pieces we have, then maybe we'll just find out who killed them. Yeah.
過去の連続
Or
事
maybe
件
even
を
the
解
truth
決
by
する
the
鍵が見つかる
behind
か
the
もしれません
incidents of the past few years.
そうだな、
You're
確かに
right.
そうだ。
You're right about
で
that.
は
Then I'll start
まず
since
は
I
最
suggested it.
近
I feel like somebody has
誰
been
かに
watching
監
me
視され
lately.
ているような気がします。
Is she speaking? What? I was making this up. Oh, right, yeah. I was about to say. I just wanted him to realize how urgent the situation was.
と言っても
God, it might
気
be
の
my
せいでも
imagination,
一
but I'll
応
tell you
今
anyway.
は気のせい
But I
だと
think
思
it's
っ
just
てい
me.
ますけ
But
ど、
if
もし
you
も
feel
ケイちゃん
like
も
you're
同じよう
being
に
what's too get
誰
on,
これは
then
気のせいじゃ
maybe
ないの
it's
かもし
not
れませんか
just
ら。
in my
そ
head.
少なく
Well,
とも
don't worry. At the very least, everything's fine with me. It seemed like nothing has happened to Katie today, at least. Yeah. Now that all of the three families were gone, it was possible for the curse system to be destroyed entirely. I suppose, but the only thing is, the three families are gone, but the people that are going to carry out the deeds, they aren't. And if anything, probably the highest person in charge of those three families is probably just going to do what Audio did, maybe. I don't know. If that was the case, then Katie might not be attacked after all, I suppose. But if there was somebody who did want to attack them, that meant part of the system was still alive. Yeah, in other words, my mission wouldn't have been accomplished just yet. Katie is like a litmus test in this situation. I don't know whether or not all of my enemies were gone depending on if Katie got bitten. Yeah, I suppose. But the only thing is, this is just so horrible. I mean, but at the same time, it probably is the only way you can really test for it. But you could, I mean, if Mia was actually thinking a little bit more morally at this situation, maybe she could have got everybody to go after Sion instead of Katie sort of sacrificing herself potentially. But then that sort of gives a whole more load of questions. He sure is a very useful man. After that, I went along with what Casey said. I made sure he was before Mion as well as all of the three families. Yeah. I explained to him that the possibility the whole village was involved, and that because of Oyashoda-sama might be some sort of system. Yeah, then I remember Sion wouldn't know too much about the disappearance of the mayor, so I continued. I just heard this myself. Is it true that Uncle Kimiyoshi meant missing? You mean the mayor? Wait, Sion, you haven't heard? I don't know anything. Oh god, I just heard my father talking about it on the phone again. Oh. Yeah, actually, last night after the meeting, he didn't come home, so the whole village was in a panic. Yeah, they searched all over Hinamizawa, but if they found him, then I haven't heard. The police should be searching for him as well. Why didn't you tell me something that important right away? God. Sorry, I thought you already knew. I didn't want to hide it or anything. What? What did I do? I'm just so surprised how she can actually, like, I mean, she's such a good actor that she can genuinely, like, fake sort of really stressed voices like these. Oh my god, what's wrong? Tell me, we're not keeping secrets from each other, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hide it. It was just the conversation got turned around, and we're on the same side, right? I won't get mad, so just tell me. Uncle Kimiyoshi, I told him everything. Oh god. Oh, man, Kimiyoshi is someone you feel comfortable confiding in. Sure. Yes, he would. When I was little, he was really nice to me. All I did was play tricks on him, but he would always just smile. I mean, he doesn't do everything I had to say. He was a really kind person. Calm down, Sion. It's not that he's dead, right? Don't lose heart so easily. Casey tried to make me feel even better, but he had no idea what was actually... No, I know! And it's just so insane how she can really sound tearful. I mean, I don't know, I heard it's actually a thing that, like, girls can pretend to act with tears, but, I mean, that just sounds so difficult to do. It really made me laugh. That night, I told the mayor they were snuck into the ritual storehouse, also the somebody's storehouse, and was out to get us. Oh god, that's not even true. Does the mayor know how absurdly Takano-san and Tomitaka-san died?
知っていました
Yes, he
あの
knew
二人
about it.
が
I told him
お
that
社様
they
の
died
たた
by
りで死んだから
Yasuda-sama's curse and that I could be
私はその
made a
怒りを鎮
sacrifice
め
to
る
calm his
生贄にされ
anger.
るんじゃないかって
I wonder if he's gonna mention. I wonder if she's gonna mention the thing about apologizing after this. Oh, how come, bro? Is it just like, is it just because of how, you know, how gross it is that you sort of feel demotivated? Yeah, no, I really don't blame you. I mean, the thing is as well, I don't really think this is that bad in terms of how you could. I'm sure there's worse, but yeah, I can definitely see what you mean.
本当に率直
I
に言い
just
ま
said
し
it straight out. Right, what
Kimiyoshi
then?
no
Uncle
Oji-chan.
Kimiyoshi didn't get angry. He smiled and then told me that if I was remorseful about it, there was
た
no
しおん
way
ちゃ
I
ん
could
が
be
ちゃん
given
と反省
away.
してるなら
Oh,
鬼隠しになんかなる
God.
ものかって
Still very interesting about the whole it is all very interesting about the whole being sorry belief, because of being sorry being the whole thing that can sort of turn this sort of punishment fate that you have around.
本当に
He really was smiling and told me to leave it to him.
任せなさい
God, I just can't believe she can genuinely fake this. I mean, you could tell from the ending crying that she is sort of, I don't know if it was just me, but it sort of sounded as if she was exaggerating it, you know? She was putting really a lot of strain onto it. I actually got a little sad while saying that. Oh, well, that could sort of signify that. Uncle Kimiyoshi had been so reliable. I was happy when he said that he would protect Sion. I truly was happy. If only he hadn't said anything to insult us or to skin. That's a really sad thing, because it's my fault. It's just really fucking sad because, yeah, it is your fault, Sion. But like, the only thing is, like, it's just really fucking sad about this whole Satoshi thing, because if he hadn't have said anything regarding that, I mean, he probably wouldn't have been able to, because of like him being in the whole house meeting and everything. He probably would have had to spread that propaganda, but like, if he didn't spread the propaganda, it's just kind of insane to think that he would be alive. It's my fault, because I confessed
打ち明
everything.
けてしまったから
Oh, stop it, Sion. It's not your fault. No, it is my fault.
私が
Told him my
打ち明けてしまったから
secret.
君吉のおじい
He
ちゃん
also
が
found out about everything, so he had to be
殺されてしまったに違いないんです
being killed. It was right after I confessed to him, after all. Oh, God. I think what's even sadder about this is just like the whole really upset voices and everything. They sound so real. I would never believe that this was a fake. I would never believe that this is not anything other than the truth. It's just insane.
打ち明けて
He disappeared the same night and he told me everything was going to be
その晩に消え
alright.
てしまった
It was such a strange feeling. I wasn't upset at all, but as I pretended to be upset and muttered words of prayer for Kimiyoshi's safety, I started to feel that emotion growing inside me. It is weird. Maybe it could have been like, I don't know, her sort of rediscovering her own sadness or something like that. I really don't know. It's just weird. I was only pretending to be distressed to fool Keiichi. Yet the emotion I find began welling up inside me. It felt like I was being consumed by that emotion. Yet it is weird. So the words coming out from my mouth weren't words I intentionally said. They were words there were words that consuming emotion forced me to say. It was like somebody else inside of me was doing the talking instead. And it's actually very interesting that as well. You do wonder about the whole multiple personality related thing that could be potentially taking place, especially with the demon and everything, but then you realise that she's really doing this, she's really forcing it on herself. And it's actually very interesting as well, because someone else doing the talking. Yeah. I reckon this could have maybe been the grieved side of... Because she's sort of having to cry. She's sort of having to, like, cry and, I don't know, be sad that she's lost a person that was really close to her. Which she was. He was even. But at the same time, like, she fucking killed him. So, yeah, that can't really happen. But I have a feeling this crime maybe could have been reminiscent of that she felt with Satoshi when he passed away, you know? That someone else inside of me was doing the talking instead. And I was just watching that someone talk from a short distance away. Yeah, it's just so weird. I should never have told him. All of this should have only been our fault. Only the four of us. It wasn't something I should have told anything else. He got killed because I told him. He got killed because he knew. Oh god, I just think it's so sad that it's so convincing, because this is just really sort of making Casey think that the problem is just because of something that's not even there. And it's just really deceiving him. God. He got killed because I confessed to him. Hey, stop. If they were doing that, then they would obviously have killed you before killing the man. It doesn't make sense. You or I should have been killed first. Why did other people die before us? It's actually interesting that he says that. I mean, I don't really get that. Because if Sion's confessed, you would have thought that could have potentially been as if she was apologetic and sorry for her crimes. Well, quote-unquote crimes, but what people believe to be crimes, so as a result could maybe have not been, maybe have got the, I don't know, the good end of the stick. It's just kind of weird that he thinks this. It does make sense. There must be a plan to kill us last of all. Yeah, and she's probably going to redirect the thing about Oyasura-sama, you know. She's probably going to use a lot of Oyasura-sama and just common village mysteries to sort of deceive him. Huh? What? They start beginning those we're close to, and after they've caused us so much pain, then they'll kill us. That must be what they're doing. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about with the whole Oyasura-sama related thing. Yeah. What I just said, he's scared even me. Yeah, I suppose killing our loved ones first to harm us emotionally, and then kill us at the height of our suffering. That could actually be interesting. I wonder if that could be potentially what happens to Sion. But I don't know. I think she's got rid of the whole suffering phase. I think she's just into genuine insanity now. Genuine insanity. I don't really think there is any other suffering. It's just suffering's consumed her so much that I don't even know. She's not herself, let's just say that. God. Well, the self she should be. But I suppose obviously this is the new self that she's created. Whoa. I felt something crawling up my spine. That's awesome. It was an awesome idea. I might not be human anymore. I really am a demon. A human could never think of such cruel things. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know. At the same time, it is actually very interesting that she thinks about that, because humans always like to cling on to the idea that they're going to be alive. They're always going to have the best end of the situation, no matter how bad it is. So it is kind of interesting that. And also, you would have thought, like, it would be very hard to assume something like that. That would be one incredible hell. Oh, God. Yeah. Your close friends dying one at a time after being tortured. God. And after all that, you yourself get killed. Why does she say incredible? Maybe it could have been. I hope it's like, you know, for example, when people say like the Great War, it wasn't actually great. It's just great is like a synonym for really big, which is kind of awkward. But yeah, maybe it could have been that here. Who knows? What a great way to destroy someone's life. Yeah. I wasn't getting so excited about this because I could get going with that plan right away. Oh god, Dikacha. Where's Dikacha? What did you just say now? Well, the truth is, I told her about it. I told Dikacha today. Oh god, I mean, Sion's actually really lucky because the bullshit she was sprouting out, because that actually makes sense to Katie. And that wasn't intended by her. Oh god, I think it's just so horrible that she's getting worked up and excited about this. I mean, god. I mean, I don't know, I wonder how she's actually going to do that plan. I mean, because I could get going with that plan right away. Like, what the fuck is she going to do about that? What is she going to do? Who's she going to do it to, more importantly? Katie? Well, potentially. Oh, I really don't know. Rika-chan, you mean Rika-chan? The one from the Hidde Shrine? Yes, Rika-chan. I felt so scared and uneasy that I did it. I told Rika-chan. When you did, what did she say? Oh, that would actually be interesting to find out. But yeah, she has to sort of get the information because it could potentially be something really bad. The cat is worrying too much. I'll do something about it for sure. Yeah, the cat is Gaty. That's what Rika-chan said. I'm sorry, Shion. I'm a bit worried about Rika-chan. Oh, right. If you're not that concerned, then don't worry about me. Yeah, I think with Rika-chan, your worries are a little bit, like, correct. Let's just say that. Oh my god. Alright, if you're that concerned, then don't worry about me. Please go find out whether she's safe. Oh god, that's horrible. So she's sort of now trying to get the lead off Katie and off herself and everything. God, yeah, I'll do that. I'll be here again tomorrow at the same time. What to do? You know, I'm still right. Yeah, well, yeah, I have a feeling Sion's going to be alive, but it's probably going to be. I mean, I'm going to be real. It's going to be. I have a feeling maybe another person could not be alive at that time. Who knows? When I do, you'll know I'm still alright. I got it. I'll be waiting. Okay, bye. Sorry, I'm hanging up. Katie will hang up roughly. Oh god. So funny to her, isn't it? You know what I laugh at? I will show you what I laugh at real quick, because I actually want a fucking break from this story. Oh my god. I never thought I'd be playing something this severe today. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm going to show you what I laugh at. Here is what I laugh at. This is the type of stuff I laugh at. I found this on the memes. This is my favourite. I think this is the best meme I've ever got. Right, so you've seen the meme now. This is the meme. That's a meme that I find funny. Let's get another funny meme. This is me, bro. So let's just get the stuff I laugh at. And then let's just realise what. And then let's compare myself to this bish. Oh my god. It's just really insane. Like, I think we have a little bit of different sense of humour here. Oh, you sent a good meme? Right, let's check it. Oh god, I just quit Discord as well. Oh no, you didn't. I didn't. Cool. That's weird. Oh my god, let's get the entire stream knowing about your meme. That's really funny. It's just weird. I mean, it's just really funny. I just kind of wanted to make that comparison because I just wanted to sort of compare myself with this absolute fucking insane maniac. I don't know why. I thought it'd just be a cool thing to do. That's probably the most random thing I could have done. I'm probably gonna regret that when I put the actual like stream. Oh god. Oh, Dream did a face reveal? Damn. Didn't actually realise that. I thought that was just something that was always memed on. I didn't know it actually happened. God, I just really can't believe about the whole Sion thing as well. I mean, it's just going to be very interesting what's going to have happened ever since, like, from today to tomorrow. What a hilarious conversation with Meikashi. Yeah, because it's all so funny. Everything was just too damn funny. My Watanagashi, go ahead and struggle helplessly. Run all over the village and see if the curse is still alive. Go ahead and see if my enemies are still around. I'll laugh for a while and then calm down. I'd already got rid of the bicycles and she's belong to Rika and Satoko. Belong to Satoko? What? My house was, for the moment, taken care of. Oh, so maybe Satoko has shoes that she could potentially use for when she go around Mion's, but like, what is the point of that? Or maybe Satoko was actually at the house. I don't know. There is no way. I have a feeling that if Satoko heard that phone call, then things would have been a lot more different. I don't know. There is no way she could have. I don't know. I expect Casey to run around in a panic, to ask for help from someone, then ultimately come to Mion. Yeah, definitely. And I mean, she is going to believe that Mion's the baddie and Sion's the good one as well, which is the most horrible thing, really. More than likely, the youth group would end up looking really good, like they did with the mayor. Yeah, I'd probably have to endure another long night again, knowing nobody would find her. Yeah, I decided to wait until the phone rang. I killed time by watching TV until it did. Oh yeah, I've just murdered 2 people in the most sick way. Wait, 2 people? Hang on. No, well, she actually only killed 1 person today. Only. But like, the thing is, she was also really horrible to Mion, and Kimiyoshi probably died, and she completely deceived somebody and is making, thanks to her, is making him really fucking worked up and stressed, and he must be facing some of the worst stress of his life. I mean, if I had that stress on me, my god, I wouldn't be able to cope. So, yeah. And then you can just watch TV. How do you live with yourself, woman? Fucking hell. Oh my god, really? Oh no. Oh, that's actually really awful with the whole dream thing. I mean, because the internet is so big, there's going to be... If there's not a single person that hasn't saved his face, then yeah, that'd just be weird. It's never going to disappear now, which is kind of a shame. Oh god. So why did he actually get really mad? Was it just because people were, I don't know, taking the piss out of his face? It's Keiichi. Oh, Kei-san, are you serious? I'm gonna get really mad if this is a joke. Oh, so why is she gonna get mad? I scolded Keiichi for suspecting that Rika had disappeared. Oh yeah! Mii-chan. Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting that, like, Oh god. No, I can really imagine. Stream. I love that autocorrect. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't really view Dream as like a... I just view him as... Because I don't really know much about him, I just view him as sort of another human being. I don't really view him as anything else, really. But I don't know anything about the content he does. I don't know if he's a disrespectful person, something like that. If he is, then obviously I'd view him a little lower. Well, I mean, it is really interesting with this whole disappearance thing, because Keiji actually thinks that he's suspicious that Rika could have been potentially missing, and it's just very interesting that, like, how geniusly structured this is. We really realise that, like, Rika hasn't... We know what's happened with Rika now. I mean, God, some of the most fucking horrible shit ever. And it's just very interesting that, there... It's very interesting that here, Casey doesn't even know if Rika's dead. He's just suspecting it. But we, in reality, we really know a lot more. Mito, if this really is a joke, don't get mad. Smile. It would be a joke after all. Oh, yeah, I suppose. We need to make sure whether it's a joke or not. You're right. Sorry for getting so upset. God, it's really interesting because it was so weird. Because I remember when I read this, I could just especially remember, like, I was so convinced this was Mion, and I was actually really suspicious of her, even though I watched the anime and I knew it was Sion. I was actually doubting that it was, just because of how convincing Watanagashi was. It's amazing, this plot. It's absolutely amazing. Alright, sorry for getting upset. Nana rebuked me. Was it look quiet? I felt that she could be very terrifying under her skin. Yeah, oh god, yeah. I had no basis for that impression, but I still felt that way. Yeah. I just didn't like her. I disliked her ever since that rainy day at the bus stop. Yeah. It wasn't that we didn't get along, though. How should I put it? I was at a loss for how to explain. Ah, that was it. Found a good example. When I was little, I always wanted to play tennis. Oh, my relatives take me to a tennis court and they all praised my skill. I was doing nothing more than hitting a ball with a racket. But then they told me I was talented and that made me happy. When I went to school, I told my classmates I played tennis and they said that I was talented too. Then, one of my classmates, who was usually very quiet, said she also played tennis. Not only did she play, but she took lessons. Although I bragged about my serve, I was no match for her. Oh, I felt lonely and insulted that everybody was paying attention to her and not me. Oh, interesting. She was usually very quiet, but suddenly I realised that she knew more and had a lot more experience than me. Oh. And then our bus stop was just like that. I thought of myself as a demon now. I'd awakened the part of me that was half human, half demon. The part that lived in a Higurashi village. I'm going to be real, I really think that this is just, you know, insanity and maybe even like multiple personality disorder, really. This is just a false personality sort of invented by a belief that's not even, like, fully legitimate, you know? And I think this is why she's becoming more and more insane, really. Oh my god. Why would you do that? I mean... God, that's so... I mean, if it's an edit of the KKK, doesn't that mean, like... It's just automatically racist? Like, really fucking racist. In fact, I'd always step into a world where normal humans couldn't go. Yeah. Ah. I'd always surpass my human limits. I genuinely thought myself as a superior being. I'm transcended into the realm of mortals. God. But when my eyes met Ryuga Dinos, I felt what I did a long time ago with tennis. Why? Why did I feel that way with dinner? Oh. I'd heard that in the animal world during battle, the animals glares at each other to display their strength. Only humans have to punch or kick each other to feel superiority or inferiority. Most animals can tell just by glaring at each other. In that case, could it be the same with dinner?
兄ちゃん大丈
Are you
夫
okay? Oh. It's actually very interesting that, because I could have maybe got the assumption that this could have been possibly what it was, because either, that she was talking about Oyasura-sama at the bus sort of shelter, which was definitely very reminiscent of what happened to her, or it could have maybe been because of, I suppose you could have thought of it as the demon in Denar's sort of childhood, in the whole school incident, the school attack that she did when she was like 8, something like that. No, not 8, like maybe older than that, maybe like 10, 12, something like that. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't get how you could even take that into context with a fucking KKK, but alright then. That is really weird. How can you get a cooking chicken video and then make something like that out of it? It just doesn't make sense. That is weird. Michan, are you okay? Oh, yeah, sorry. Yep, that's really funny, that. I mean, I think you're going to have to lie. You can't really say what you've been thinking, because that would... It's actually really funny just to think about that. Just a thought from Sion could have enough to completely break the plot. Oh, yeah, sorry. I haven't slept since yesterday, sorry. Gacy climbed up a ladder and tried to peek into the window on the second floor where Rika and Satoko lived. It was my job to hold down the ladder, and then it cautioned me to hold onto it tightly.
兄ちゃん
Michan, I'm gonna go check the main house just to be sure, okay? Yeah, she should. Yeah, but the only thing is...
すぐ戻るから
I'll be right back. I feel so bad for them, because, I feel bad for anybody who's worrying, because, the thing is, it's just... They don't know. They don't know what she knows, really. They all think it's genuinely something, but I'm going to be real, at the same time, it is kind of good that she's sort of doing... No, I keep on forgetting it's not really good, because the whole thing about this is she's really missing a fatal flaw, that Xion does exist, and that she's not currently going missing from what Casey's saying. So it is just kind of interesting that, no, I keep on forgetting she lives in Okinomi or Hinawazawa. But anyway, the thing is that's really interesting about this is just... Wait, what's I even going to say? God, I'm so tired. Oh my god, I remember that Smosh video. I think it was like a ghetto Smosh video or something like that. Oh my god, that was so funny. I love that video. Oh god, rip. How are you gonna survive? Okay. Be careful. And then I'll run off after that. When I looked up, I saw Katie trying to open a window, but all of them were locked. What did it now mean by main house? Maybe it's the part of the Hooded Shrine. Oh, God, no, I know. Wait, so you're going to make some more tea even though you're out of tea? Oh, do you have tea and you're just, you don't have any other tea packets left or something like that? I'm just so confused. He's just moved from the top of the ladder. Ah, alright. Yeah. Interesting. It's the Hooded family's actual house. After her parents passed away, I think it's been left like that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's the house where all the community meetings are held in, and the Watanagashi party was held in, I think. Yeah, oh right. Rika-chan's parents, they passed away, huh? Satoko's also an orphan. Her parents fell from a cliff because of Oyasura-sama's curse. Their older brother Satoshi, he disappeared. Satoshi, I've heard the name before. Oh, interesting. Didn't realise that. He'd actually heard the name before. I thought he was fully familiar with the character. He'd heard the name before? I felt anger growing inside of me. Oh, God. Don't you know whose desk you're using every day? You act as if it belongs to you. You drop food on it while eating lunch. You drool on it while taking a nap. Don't you even know who it really belongs to? Oh, God. She is so overthinking this. I mean, my God, she's really just acting as Satoshi as like the sort of savior of everything. I mean, she respects him so much that like even this can be sort of seen as inferior and sort of disrespect, really. God. Why am I acting this way? I'm young. Satoshi doesn't even exist anymore. Yeah, exactly. And this is really interesting because this is the whole demon sort of thing I was sort of the whole personality thing that was and no, what I was trying to say is before I was saying like how I was theorizing that all of the whole grief for Satoshi would turn into rampage, and that really just shows it. I mean, she just cares about murdering people at this point and sort of making a point. It isn't even about Satoshi anymore. It's just by not getting caught and murdering people for the sake of it. I swear. He was demon away. It's hardly Casey's fault that he doesn't know. Oh, wait, sorry. No, but like, even so, she would never think Satoshi doesn't even exist anymore. She would have never put it that way if she was sure. He was demon away. It's hardly Casey's fault that he doesn't know. Yeah, it really isn't his fault. I think it's happy that I'm happy that she's thinking rationally.
Satoko and
Rika-chan have been living in this shack ever since. Neither of them has any family, but at least they're together. They help each other out. Didn't Dena say there was a main house? Wouldn't it be easier to live there? I think she tried that at first. She said it was hard though because it reminded her of her parents. Oh, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Oh yeah, good luck with... Damn. Oh. Alright. Yeah, good luck. Hope it goes well. After everyone in Satogo's family died, she started living with Rika. Yeah, it only made sense. Satogo and Rika were best friends. They didn't care about the Hojo family or the Hidede family. They had been best friends since before the dam conflict. Yeah, good. And even if they were, like, why should you let something like that decide friendships? It's ridiculous enough letting stuff like that decide who should be killed and who shouldn't be. Never mind friendships. Like, God. The reason why the curse never fell upon Satogo, Hidede probably had a lot to do with it. I suppose. I mean, it is actually really interesting now that you think about it. Like, none of the kids were cursed. No kids have ever been cursed. It's always people that are just older, if you get what I mean. It is also interesting that there's no worlds where Rika has ever been cursed in. Hidede probably had a lot to do with it. That made more sense than anything else, at least. Yeah, Satogo was pardoned from the curse of the Hojo family. Yeah. Well, thanks to Rika Hidede's arrangements, Satogo had never been a victim on the night of the Watanagashi. According to the curse system I uncovered, the last survivor of the Hojo family still living in Hinamizawa would be the perfect target for this year's curse. Yeah, it is actually very interesting that that's mentioned because, I mean, Satogo wasn't cursed at all, and she never will be. She's never died, so far at least. Yeah, it definitely would be, especially because a lot of the Hinamizawa people were just like, kill the Hojos, fuck them. And yet, people like Rika, they really like Hojo members. It's just really odd, that. Therefore, whoever was responsible for executing the curse must have tried to take her life. No, I don't think so. However, nothing happened to her, proving that Satogo had escaped from the curse. I guess that could you imagine if she actually escaped from the curse just due to her traps? That would have been so cool. That would be genuinely so funny. I mean, but the only thing is about the whole Satogo thing is like, that would just be not likely. I think that would just be very unlikely. I think if she was going to get attacked, there was no way she wouldn't be defenseless. Like, it'd just be too difficult for her. Especially a like grown man as well. Like, he can probably run like 20 times faster than her. That was a really, and truly infuriating. Yeah, I don't blame her. And let me guess, now she's probably going to go on to the why it's unfair that Satoshi didn't get that sort of treatment. I wouldn't be surprised. But I suppose Satoko didn't murder any aunts. Let's just say that. She might have been the head of the Hidide family, but I couldn't accept that such a little girl had enough power to protect her best friend. Interesting. No, actually, Sion must have had the same power too then. Looks like you got protected Satoko. Sion protected Satoshi. Oh no. Damn it.
リカちゃんも
Because and
サトコも
Satoko-chan, they have it.
大変なんだな。
呪われてるんだ
She's
よ。
cursed. What? Wait, hang on a second. Satoko's cursed?
ミオン、
Myo,
お前今
what did you just
なんて
say?
言った？
呪われてる
I
って言
said
ったの。
she's cursed.
ミオ
Myo,
ン、お
why are
前
you making that face?
北条里子はね、お社様のたたりを一心に受けた呪われた子なの。
Interesting. Kind of said that Satoko was pardoned from the curse, although she was a member of the Curse Hojo family. Yeah, I mean... Oh, God. This is really interesting with the whole curse thing that she's sort of getting up, because this is exactly what... This belief here, this is what she killed Kimiyoshi over. But I suppose cursed could mean, like, they're really likely to get cursed. I don't know. She was one of the Curse Hojos. Satoshi wasn't. Part of Satoko was. She was cursed, but she got away. She escaped the curse, but Satoshi didn't. I can't accept that. In fact, Satoko should have been the one to be cursed the most. She cornered Satoshi physically and emotionally. That was why things got weirder and weirder in the end. Everything went crazy. When I think back on it, it was Satoko who I hated most of all. She cornered Satoshi, and as a result, Satoshi disappeared. What? It's really weird, those stars. I wonder if they're actually meant to be there, or if they're... I don't know, if there's some sort of mystery. Well, I'm not even going to begin to decipher what that says. She started it, she caused it. If only she hadn't been there. Oh, God, she still thinks this. I mean, when are her views going to change, though? Like, never, but still. Just as Hideka and Satoko had lived happily, maybe there had been a happy future for me too. There probably could have been. I have a feeling if Satoshi hadn't disappeared, or if Sion dealt with it better, and if she got help as well, I think this definitely couldn't have happened. Yeah. Maybe Satoshi and I could have started our lives together in Okinawa. Yes, if I look at both the beginning and the end, it's so obvious. Satoko's existence caused everything. Satoshi had to kill his aunt because of Satoko. The three families used that need to create the curse, and then they killed him. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yo, Selton. How's it going? Today we're doing some visual novel related stuff. It's pretty fun, pretty fucking dark, but yeah. The police were convinced he just ran away, but he'd never do that. He was the type of person who always did his best at everything. Yeah, all by himself. He was doing the very best he could for his only sister, yet he was forced to vanish. He worked so hard for Satoko, and though he was just living for her, he was erased. Poor Satoshi, he was so underappreciated. That girl knew no Oh my God. God, these views are just so sad. I think it's just sad that this is genuinely what she thinks. She was cursed. If you got near her, you'd meet the same fate. Yeah. And it is very interesting that Satoko could be potentially blamed for the cause of this entire incident. But I do kind of get what she's saying, because without Satoko, Satoshi wouldn't have felt the need to actually kill his aunt. So as a result, he wouldn't have maybe been demoned away, if that theory is correct. But I don't know. It could have a possibility that it's not correct at all. Who knows? You be cursed to die or disappear. That really was it. She was the main cause behind it all. She wormed her way into Higurashi good graces, and that was why the curse fell upon Satoshi. Yeah, but the only thing that doesn't really make sense about that, how can you be that young and not really, and firstly understand, have that much understanding, and secondly, like, actually get the curse, not get what she believes is the curse to sort of get redirected to another person. And thirdly, if she would have chose herself over Satoshi any day, if she actually knew that. I mean, God, it's just so insane that she's so, I mean, I think she's so mad that she's sort of just trying to blame somebody without any sort of rational evidence at all. Could potentially be it. She should have died first. Oh no. Then Satoshi would still be alive. If he was alive, I could have done something for him. I can't forgive her. I can't forgive Satoko. I can't forgive that girl. There can be no peace with her. There can be no peace. She was the perfect target for the curse of 1983. Oh, God. The curse of Oyasuro-sama. Hurarika, the reincarnation of Oyasuro-sama. Rika-chan was dead. The reincarnation of Oyasuro-sama had died. Yeah, there was no more God on Hinamizawa to deliver the curse. Oh, I suppose that is actually an interesting thing to think about. But, like, the only thing is, what about the whole Sonozaki family theory? I mean, I get that there's no more audio, but, like, still. They can still deliver the curse whenever they want. Wait, no, I'm being so dumb. I keep on forgetting that the curse can't just be delivered any day. It's only delivered on Watanagashi, which is, like, in maybe, I don't know, I say, like, maybe 330 days by the time this is sort of made. Who knows? Oh, God, I'm really tired. I'm the one who has to deliver it now. Oh, God, I am Sonozaki Mion, head of the Sonozaki family, one of the 3 families of Watanagashi. Now that all the heads of the 3 families are gone, there is nobody to surpass me. I would deliver the curse of Oyasuro-sama and nobody else. I'll deliver it. I am the curse. I will come Oyasuro-sama. God, I felt hot bubbles boiling over deep inside of me. I could tell the demon inside me wanted to. Oh, God. I noticed Katie was looking down at me. Calm down, Mion. You can't tell what you're thinking. Calm down, calm down. At that point, I heard footsteps coming closer. I saw 4 or 5 adults accompanied by Nina running towards us with flashlights in their hands. One of them opened the lock on the cabin door and we all went inside. Of course, there was nobody there. Satoko and Rika left alone. I doubt Satoko would have left a note saying she was going over to the Sonozaki house when Rika was there already. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, God, it's just so horrible to think about, like, the whole Mion thing. I mean, it is just, I just can't believe that now she's sort of okay with these emotions. She would have never been okay with doing what she was doing, like, just maybe a few days ago when we were reading this. I mean, God, I just can't believe that, like, she genuinely feels that she has become the curse, but she doesn't even know what she's became. I mean, I suppose her theories could be very true and everything, but what if they're not the correct ones? I mean, you can never really tell. It wouldn't have been fun if she had. Because of that, I hurried into the room and ahead of dinner to make sure there was nothing left behind. Oh. Yeah, the rumour of Nika and Satoko's disappearance spread around the village very quickly. More and more village gathered at the hooded shrine. Acting in place of the head of the Sonzaki family, I commanded them to search the village. Oh, of course you fucking did. The villagers nodded and scattered. How long had it been since the last time I was truly meal? I felt so pleased that my body almost went numb. My god. Lots of villagers went in and out the shrine. They yelled at each other that she was nowhere to be found. Some suggested other places to look, and they all left. They made a lot of noise with their comings and goings. Members of the Women's Association brought out huge pots and gas cookers from the storage and got ready to cook for the men. Oh god, of course only men are searching. Of course. Oh god, typical world, eh? Oh god, it's just really horrible about this. I mean, it's just really interesting that like, for example, but it wouldn't have been fun if she had. Like, it's just really interesting that now she's sort of really thinking of this as just entertainment. I mean, I just can't believe emotions can sort of take not only like your moral compass, but your sort of personality, your humanity away from you this much. I mean, God, if people really do think this in the real world, which I wouldn't be surprised if some people do, it's just horrible. It really is. That was when I noticed Keiji unsteadily walking towards a copse of dark pine trees. Oh, what was he thinking? How stupid of him to be alone on a night like this. If the person responsible for executing the curse was nearby, he wouldn't come back safely. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, because I keep on forgetting Sion's actually using Casey as a sort of decoy to sort of get the person doing the curse. Yeah. Mion-san, we went all around Watanagashi Lake. We didn't find anything. We tried to light up the pond, but we're going to have to wait until the sun is up. Oh. Okay, thanks for your hard work. The woman making some miso soup, so please rest up and have some. Mion-san, do you know where they usually park their bicycles? No, they're probably park them at the bottom of the stairs leading up here. I don't think they come up while carrying them. Can't find their bicycles. Where did they go? Oh shit, this is something that Sion actually overlooked because she was so sort of fixated on the idea of just killing them because, I don't know, just because of her insanity really, that she's forgotten to sort of hide the key pieces of evidence. I mean, I don't know, I forgot where their bicycles were actually found. I don't know, maybe they could have been trashed by the Sonozaki house or something like that. If they left on their bikes, they could have gone pretty far. Maybe even as far as the town. In that case, we'll have to look outside of Hinam as well. Oh, maybe. By the way, who first noticed that Rika-sama was gone? Maybe that could potentially be good for Shion though, because like, if they look outside Hinamazar for the bikes, then it's gonna take a lot more time for her to actually be busted, really. By the way, first noted that Rika-sama was gone. I was kidding. He suddenly had a hunch. Oh, that Mayabara kid, huh? He's a little suspicious. Speaking of which, why hasn't the Mayabara family shown up when we're in a crisis like this? Well, it's fair, actually. The Mayabara still haven't joined the town council, so they're not on the youth group's phone directly. Oh, alright. That makes sense. Really? Well, ain't no helping it then. Oh, they joined, didn't they? I think it's just their name isn't on the directory yet. Or it could have been that maybe they were on work, maybe it's one of those days where Casey has to be on his own. Or maybe it could have been... Could have been that they just couldn't be bothered, maybe? Could have been that they were too busy. Or they had work the next day. Who knows? There's a whole lot of things. The last time we updated it was at the beginning of the year. They just moved here, so that's why they aren't on it. Yep. That would actually explain that then. That Maebara kid's hunch is still suspicious. They do say the first one on the scene is the most suspicious. I suppose. Where did he go? I saw him walking toward the pine trees. Could somebody go get him? Oh, God, so they're getting suspicions on Katie now. God. Conveniently, I saw Katie and then walking back towards us. Kei-chan, where did you go? I was worried you disappeared too. Sorry. It looked like nothing had happened to Katie. If so, that's fine. That means I took care of all my enemies. Yeah, I suppose, but the only thing is, like... No, I don't know, there isn't really any, like... I don't know... contrasts. I can't believe Katie is just being suspected for even having been on the scene where it potentially happened. Not being on the scene, sorry, just like noticing and finding it out. Like, how is he suspicious because of that? It just makes no sense. That means I took care of all my enemies. Oh boy. Oishi. Oh my. I knew I smelled something good coming from over here. I'd be much obliged if you allow me to have some. Oh, the miso soup. I forgot about that. I heard the large, sticky voice of a middle-aged man. It was Oishi. He must have been confused about this year's incident. The scale of the curse this time is nothing like the previous one. Oishi's information networks is about as equal to, or better than, that of the elders on the town council. Damn. In other words, he could easily uncover a rumour that was circulating through the underside of the village. Oh, so she probably needs to be careful of him. Wary as well, God. He must have come here. He must have came here to see if the disappearance of Kimiyoshi and Rika had something to do with the changing of the lock on the ritual storehouse's door. Yeah, he probably did, didn't he? Yeah, that really wouldn't be surprising. Yeah. The police will come for me sooner or later. Yeah, they will, but the only thing is, I mean, I have a feeling she could actually really arrange this so well that she gets away with it. If she uses the whole Mion thing as well to her advantage, it's going to be a long time before they find her out. Yeah, the police will come to me sooner or later. I am Sonozaki Mion. By removing all of the heads of the three families as my enemies, I have become the head in first place. Yeah, I suppose I can't allow Sonozaki Mion to continue existing. What? I have to destroy the existence of the head of the Sonozaki family. Oh, when I destroy my own position, that is when my revenge will come to an end. More than likely, I'll have Oishi witness my final moments. Oh, no, because I keep on forgetting, because you remember what happened at the end of Watanagashi, like, Mion. I think we always thought Mion was the demon then, but Mion pushed, quote-unquote, Xion off the balcony. And that was probably oh god, that was probably when the revenge was over. But then the whole sort of insanity has sort of taken her over. Just into point with no turning back. My eyes and Oishi's met. Damn it, he thinks I'm suspicious already. You're right, Oishi. I did it. Mion Sonozaki is the head of the Sonozaki family is the culprit. Oh, that's the end of that there. Right, I wonder if we're gonna have a tip or are we just gonna like... Is it gonna be a continuation? Oh, there are gonna be tips. Right, yeah, I'll probably read the tips and then I'll go to bed, you know. The path to hell. No, it is actually very interesting that that's what the chapter is called because literally, I mean, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Oh, this is probably going to be about like the exit scenario, but like this is probably going to be about sort of the deception of everybody at the staying up all night to search for Rika. Good for them though, trying their best. It's just a shame that a complete bastard has some secrets. So we get into the blue notebooks here. Notebook page 195. Right, let's see what this is going to be about. Rika. Oh god. She's She was the head of the Hudide family, but she never even appeared at most important meetings. Even if she did show up, nobody would ask her for her opinion, so it never really mattered if she was there or not. Yeah, legend in the Hudide family says that if their firstborn child is a girl for the 8th generation in a row, then the 8th girl would be the reincarnation of Oyasuro-sama. Yeah. According to Takuma-san's research, Hudide Rika is very likely to be the one. Yeah, it is actually very interesting that the whole dam. It's just very interesting that the 8th incarnation actually happens at the time of the whole dam construction and Oyasuro-sama related stuff. And Watanagashi, obviously. The festival, Friday. It's just interesting that it happens now. I mean, it could have happened any time. It could have happened 20 years ago, or maybe into the future as well. Who knows? Surely she must have been an important icon in the cult of Oyasuro-sama. The true believers are devoted to her, so it's quite surprising to me that Hudide Rika herself was the assassin. Yeah, I get what she means. It's unbelievable. It's just too abnormal. Usually, a VIP like her wouldn't be the one to assassinate someone. It's possible that it was a Hudide Rika lookalike. No, it couldn't have been. From the way she moves, she seems experienced in fighting. Oh, it's not normal that a small girl like her would jump me without faltering. God, I just got lucky because I had a stun gun. Without it, I don't know what would have happened. She was far more skilled than she looked. Was she trained as an assassin? Or was it just a body double? What is that? Everything is a mystery, including that creepy syringe. What's going on? I can't understand. She was like an apparition or something. Did Sonozaki audio know of her existence? What is hiding on the underside of this village? That underside might run much deeper than I thought. No, I kind of get what she means. I'm definitely feeling that as well. I mean, God, it's just so weird. It is actually very weird. Like, a lot of things with Rika just not adding up. Like, especially the fighting. I think that's probably the most notable. I wonder if... I mean, it's definitely interesting with Rika as well. Shut up. Xion didn't really take notice into this, but Hanyu. That's what she said when she died. She said it twice as well. That's a name. That alone just tells you there's more to this than we realise. Right, page 196. At this point, I believe that I can complete my revenge by destroying the curse system entirely. Oh, God. What's this? He's going to kill everybody in the village? Okay, this is actually going to be kind of interesting, to be fair, but yeah. I'm just so surprised at the point of this much insanity, and just at the point of being this sort of horrible, really, and demonic. She can still have the calmness and composure to write a notebook. It's just weird. At this point, I believe that I can complete my revenge by destroying the curse system entirely. Oh. That means that I have to eliminate the heads of all 3 families. Yeah. The successor Xion and the assassins who are up to Keiichi. Yeah, I suppose. I do wonder who the assassins are actually going to be, if she finds them, that is. And oh my God, she's going to kill her sister? Oh God. Oh, well, I suppose she is ahead of her family. She's probably going to do it eventually because she's fucking sick. Although Keiichi is completely unguarded, he hasn't been attacked so far, even though I told everybody that he was one of the trespassers. Yeah, it is kind of odd that. But yeah, maybe that could have been an indication to Xion that her theories aren't what they say they are. Who knows? In fact, it's me who's being attacked. Hudide Rika attacked me. Yeah. According to my theory, Keiichi should make for very attractive bait. But nobody has done anything to harm him since Hudide Rika attacked me. It might be that opposing the Hudide family is a greater taboo than trespassing in the ritual storehouse. Maybe, and especially because of that whole thing that was happening, what was it? The thing that was happening after, oh, welcome back, Ro. You've timed your message at the best possible time, so this pause can be something that's not awkward. But the only thing is, it's just really interesting that the whole Hudide family thing, like, I have a feeling, my theory is that, like, because Rika knew exactly who to attack, I think she could have definitely sussed out that Xion was pretending to be Mion. Easily. And especially because of the personalities not matching. I mean, you remember when Satoshi realised that Xion was actually herself? She was really shocked. And he did say that, I don't remember it entirely, but there were some awkward moments that were sort of different. And I'm sure there's some things that are just entirely distinctive to Mion that Xion could have never figured out as well. I'm sure it could have been happening. And then you gotta take into account that, for example, Mion would never attack somebody with a chair, like, or just do those awful sort of attack methods that Satoko had experienced. And all of the class president stuff as well, like Xion not really being as confident, stuff like that, being a noob to it. That just sort of tells you more, really. Hooded Lady Cast had said that intrusion wasn't a big deal. Yeah, she sounded like she was going to let Casey walk. Yeah, and after I accused her of that, Hooded Lady Car attacked me that very night. Are there two different factions? Does one handle trespassers in the ritual storehouse while the other protects religious doctrines of the Hooded family? Interesting. I wonder if that could be... No, that doesn't make sense. No, I agree. Tomitaka-san's death must have been caused by the Hooded family's injections. Yeah. Rika showed me the effect of it herself, clawing out her own throat and dying like that. But Tomitaka-san shouldn't have been subject to the curse, at least according to the system of the Hooded family. Yeah, it is weird. I don't understand why Casey hasn't been attacked. And I don't understand why Tomitaka was actually... Oh no, sorry, I'm being stupid, but yeah. But it's just really weird about Tomitaka-san. All of it's weird, I'm going to be real. Did he have something exempting him from the curse, unlike Takano-san? Yeah. It's weird. Maybe it could have just been because... I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, let's just do this under the assumption that the curse is done by humans. Maybe it could have been possibly because he's not got against anybody. He's always friends with everybody. Like, who would want to kill him? I suppose it could have been that. Even though a lot of propaganda was probably told, who would... No, I'm actually being a little bit naive because this propaganda was told by the family head. Even if people liked him, they would listen. I mean, look at what, for example, Sion did to Kimiyoshi. God, so horrible. Something exempted unlike Takano-san. Just like how only Hodo Satoru was spared. Oh no, Kizzy is around with Hooded Eddie, so does that mean that if you were close to her you wouldn't be cursed? I don't know, was she more important than the whole system? That's impossible. The Haggles are the top of the curse system. Yeah, I think Rika could be very high up though. She does have a point. Rika couldn't have been higher up than her. No. Scribble, scribble. Are there multiple ways to determine the subject of the curse? Are there as many curse execution groups as there are subjects? And do they all work separately? Yeah. I mean, God. It's a mess. None of my theories add up. Yeah, I know. If I mess up my reasoning, I might make the wrong person the target of my revenge. Yeah, and that's the even scarier thing. I mean, I kind of get the impression that she already has done that a little bit. Especially with, for example, I don't know. Maybe even audio. What if she had nothing to do with the curse? I mean, I know it is very unlikely, but what if that was the slight possibility that she had nothing to do with the curse and she was just trying to live a peaceful, retired life? It could be possible, I suppose, but I mean, that's like 0.001. There's no possible chance of that. It's just very unlikely. I don't understand who the enemy is or how Satosuke was made to disappear. How else did the hag know? That was really a huge loss. I have so many things I wanted to ask her. Yeah, I could have by accident. Shit. In that respect, I've already failed in my revenge. The other side of Hinami's art really does run too deep. Scribble, scribble. The whole page is blacked out with scribbles. Damn. God, yeah. Oh, I really don't blame her. I mean, it is just really sort of confusing. But at the same time, with the whole scribble, scribble thing, that could probably be because of her just being really frustrated, you know? I don't know about you, but sometimes it is kind of easy, like when you're frustrated, just scribbling out like entire sections with the most force you can as well. I don't know. It's actually really interesting that Shion thinks she's failed at her revenge already. I mean, I don't know. Oh, I really don't know about the whole revenge thing. Who knows? And it's actually very interesting that Shion is so horrible, and yet she's still thinking about like killing the only people who are sort of, in her views, the people that are threats, not the people, not any innocent people. Like, you would have thought she wouldn't care, but no. But you have to realise that she can't get caught either. But yeah, it's just very interesting that she's actually aware of that, really. Well, that's actually very interesting to read. I just wanted to see, actually, before we go, just want to... We got the entire transcript here. Right, yeah, there we are. That's all the tips read. So, yeah, I'm going to go to bed now. Oh, wow, you spent 3 hours on it. Nice one. Well, nah, I didn't actually. I'm going to be real. I really underestimated the timing of this, like I always do. I think tomorrow we're in for some real shit in terms of just what's going to happen. So, yeah, tomorrow's the day. maybe it's not. Who knows? I don't know, there's so much to happen before it actually takes place. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I mean, my God. Oh, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I really don't blame you. Oh, my God, it's very interesting, this plot. I mean, my God, it was such a good read today. I mean, God, there was so much that happened. It was so interesting about the whole Rika stuff, the whole stuff that happened in the beginning, obviously, like the fight. And all of the deceiving as well. I found it very interesting with like the whole Katie thing, especially with the demon thing. Oh my God. And the whole multiple personalities, and just convinced that you're Mion, you're not Sion, just because of the whole demon thing. And like, I like the whole subtlety thing, and the whole ladder thing as well. Actually letting your thoughts out about Satoko, which probably was a big mistake. And then there's, I don't know, what else could I think of? Oh, I don't know, that's it really. I mean, it's just, all of it was such a fucking interesting read. And you do know, everybody has that question in the back of their heads, what's going to happen to Satoko? But yeah, I suppose we're probably going to find the answer out maybe tomorrow, day after, something like that. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm fucking tired, so yeah, see you guys. God, that really was such a fucking read. It was so good though. I mean, like, God, even stuff like the death that happened of Rika. So well written. All of this is just so well written. It's so well voice acted as well. God, I love this game. See you guys. Yeah, see you, bro. Have a good one.